Alrighty, we're live for the first time.
Oh dear. Danger alert.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Who's taking bets on how long before we're cancelled, in any sense of the word?
Well,
I just yelled out Allahu Akbar, so I mean...
please
close.
don't do that. Also, please don't confess to any crimes.
No,
And-
we'll
be
be
non-streaming.
Okay, so
we will be
I admit it.
doing plenty of crimes.
Look,
I
First
used my hydrogen laser to draw mustaches on the national monuments of the world.
okay, goddamn it, this is the introduction of the first episode ever. Shut the
But
fuck up.
but only on Teddy Roosevelt, who already has a mustache, so
Okay.
nobody knows.
Shut the
Alright,
fuck
be
up
ga-
before I mute
Be
you.
gay, do crime.
Okay.
Hey, we're the moneymakers here, clearly.
Okay, so I am now starting to mute all of you.
You suck.
You are all getting server muted until I decide you may talk. Okay. So finally, this is the first inaugural episode of the Barrowmaze campaign for the Total Party Kilroy channel with your host and niche internet micro celebrity, or as Josh likes to call it, Pico celebrity, Kilroy. And now everyone will be allowed to introduce themselves in the order in which I choose, and what their name is, what their character is, and a fun fact about themselves, starting from top to bottom on the Discord call with Damon.
I think I heard a total party Chilroy. That sounds nice. Okay. And to confirm, is that an interesting fact about me as a person or about my character?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my name is Demon Sultan. I'm currently playing Benedict Germain, Bard. Unfortunately, I fell out of bardic school, but this adventuring business will rake in massive cash, and I will definitely not immediately die in the first battle.
Okay. So-
An interesting fact about myself is I lived in Japan for 6 years.
Cool. Artie, shut the fuck up. Now, RDP.
Hello, I am Russell. I'm playing Garrus, who's a fearless warrior. Let's see. Fun fact about myself. I've been across the mainland US, I guess.
Cool. Now, Heretic.
This is the heretic speaking. My character's name is Gnarls A. Fostep. And interesting fact about me is I've never been to Japan.
Alrighty, now I'm going to unmute Josh.
Hello. So, my first character is going to be Malachi Carringer. I am, of course, Josh. He is a lawful good human cleric, but he was raised by dwarves, and so he worships the dwarven god and does dwarven things, although he is a human, and that will be a source of much amusement. And a fun fact about me is I am a rocket scientist.
Literally.
That is
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
Yes.
that's literally true.
Yes, this is literally true.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now, finally, Panda.
Ooh. I'm Anthony. I will be playing Thratmit, the Wandering Dwarven Lord. I've been sent in Thandor's name to explore the Barrow Mounds, and I am a devout worshiper of Thandor. I'm glad to hear that there is a fellow worshiper, even if he is of the human descent. And a fun fact is I've never been to Japan either.
Always
So much
Japan,
fun, yeah.
always Japan-related fun facts.
What is
We're
this
just-
drinking game?
Yeah, I think
Never
the
have I
more
ever been to
interest-
Japan.
How about this? An interesting fact is if somebody doesn't like anime, because totally everybody likes anime, right?
If you don't
Right.
like anime, then you can get out.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Josh did help run our college anime club, so
It's true. It's a true thing.
Also, I have been to Japan.
We went way too.
Wow.
So take a
Way
drink
to
then.
alienate yourself,
I've
man.
been to Japan as well. I've been to Tokyo.
I think it's at least 2 drinks you have to do.
Why do you always call it the weird foreign ethnic name when it's not a white person country? You don't call Germany Deutschland, do you?
Are you calling it Nihon?
Yeah, Nihon. Fucking
Nihon.
Nihon.
Kilroy, you're being begged for the link by
Yeah, the
Godzilla.
stream link.
Okay, one moment. Let's.
Speaking of Godzilla, there goes Tokyo.
Fuck.
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Tokyo. It's
Let
2
me-
characters.
Yeah.
Find my own
Riveting
goddamn
content.
stream.
Nihon.
Riveting content so far.
It's not Tokyo.
At least we haven't admitted to any crimes yet.
Here,
Baka Gaijin.
here you go, Godzilla, who's in the Discord. Also, there's a Patreon, Total Party Kilroy. Please give me all your money.
I'm not giving you any money.
I'm not giving you crap.
I mean, frankly, you're not paying us to be on here, and we're the
Yeah.
content, so I'm not giving you $3 a month. You crazy?
I thought you were gonna make a 350 joke.
That would be
It was
fair.
about that time I noticed that Girl Scout was a 300-foot tall monster from the Paleolithic era. Or Paleozoic era, I guess.
It was at this point that I noticed Connor was a gigantic creature from the Paleozoic era.
I've met him in real life. If he were a gigantic creature from the Paleozoic era, then the Paleozoic era is a very strange place.
So, anyway, this is the sort of shit that I have to deal with, Heretic.
I mean, look, if you didn't want to stream this is the wrong group to stream then. This is what we are.
You are pretty
Just
much
be-
a car
just be
rash
glad
in
Sorlac is-
perpetuity.
Where the fuck is that Filipino motherfucker when you need him?
Alright, who had 6 minutes until cancellation?
Alrighty.
Because there it is.
So, want to start with the campaign, or,
Start whenever you're feeling it.
Alright.
We're gonna explain this calendar. We have a calendar.
Yes, there's a calendar. It is currently Sunday.
Ooh. What's a
Realism.
Sunday?
Cool.
In the game or like in real life?
Yes.
In the game and in real life.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Sunday, Monday, God
Happy
Day,
days.
Water Day, Earth Day, Food Day, Star Day. Okay.
Sunday,
In-
Need to
Moon Day,
make
happy
the brew
days.
fast.
In the
I
month
don't
of
care
Wednesday,
if
water
anything
day,
else
happy
happens.
days.
in the month of planting. In the
Thursday,
year
Friday, happy days.
in the year 1065. Anyway, I have
Star
a
day.
I have an opening text scroll I need to read.
Well, here's the important thing. What time period was Dritz? Because everybody knows that, right?
Dritz isn't part of this canon.
Lies.
What? I've been lied
What?
to.
We're not in the Forgotten Realms, motherfuckers. This is
You know, wait, hold on. Is Forgotten Realms an Ed Greenwood thing?
no. Wait.
For the rank.
No,
No.
I think of the element. I'm thinking of Elminster.
Yeah. Yeah. So
'Cause
no,
I
no,
hate his
no.
stupid
Ed,
books.
no. Ed Greenwood did found the Forgotten Realms, and then other people wrote in the same setting. and then-
Because his Falcon Far series infuriates me, and so I have nothing but hate. for
I
Ed
don't know.
Greenwood.
I don't know how to place myself timeline wise without being able to compare myself to Dritz Stewart and
Dritz Stewart, and
yes.
it's just so many things weird about that.
Anyway,
Uh,
let me begin then.
Narrate to us.
Also, Josh, you might want to turn to push to talk because I'm getting lots of little interference every now and again.
I keep turning my voice, my input sensitivity up. Turn it up even more. How's that?
No, it's
No difference.
no. I
No
think you need.
difference?
I think you need to put your voice sensitivity down so I don't get like random bits of your background noise.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm making it less sensitive.
Or just go push to
Fine.
talk. Anyway. So, anyway. A cloudy crystal ball stands atop a decrepit stone pedestal in a dark room. A bandaged hand passes in front of it. The clouds part, and we arrive upon our heroes. Far in the northern reaches, on the very edge of civilized land, you trudge through a swamp in the Duchy of Eric. What was supposed to be a 6-hour march from Iron God Mott's to the backwater town of Helix has turned into a 12-hour slog. The heat of the setting sun beats you down. Your feet sink into the ground with every step, filling your boots with mud, and your sweat-soaked clothes cling to your body like wet rags. An axle on one of the caravan wagons breaks again. You spread out on the lookout for a bullywug attack as the Teamsters make work at the repairs. Scanning the area, you see a figure slumped over under a willow tree by the road. Approaching cautiously, it is not a bullywug or a monster of any kind, but an old man in plate armor. His breastplate has been rent through by some great clawed hand, leaving his chest little more than a gnarl of blood and twisted metal. His sword lays beside him broken in half, and his backpack reduced to a strap attached to some frayed cloth. The old man turns his head up to you and speaks in a labored whisper. The Barrowmaze. There's so much more down there than we ever imagined. We sought treasure, but found the heart of evil itself. You can't trust anyone. Their spies are everywhere. Here. With the last of his strength, the old man reaches behind what's left of his breastplate to retrieve a tattered and blood-soaked notebook, handing it to you. You must destroy the tablet before it's too late. With his last words spoken, the old man dies. The Teamsters call out as they finish their repairs. You have the bloody notebook, and the sun is starting to set. What do you do? And I'll make that opening text public.
Well, Benedict Germain would like to pick up the notebook and hide it from the approaching Teamsters.
Okay, you do so.
Is there anything of note on his body that we can loot?
All of his equipment has been pretty thoroughly ruined.
Can we inspect the wounds to see what may have caused them?
Sure. I mean, it's as per the description, it seems like he's had a number of wounds from different things, although something is mostly ripped open his chest.
I want to dig a hole and bury him in it and perform, a religious rite over his corpse.
Okay.
Help with that.
Yeah, I will sing a little ditty in order to help this process along and mourn the dead.
Anybody who doesn't help me is going to hell.
Okay.
Which one?
Whichever one you like the least.
Which of the 9 hells would be the worst?
Fire ants.
Alright.
Anyway.
Perhaps we should strip that armor off him. Maybe we could salvage it.
I mean, it's been fucked thoroughly. I mean, I don't think...
The top half, yes, but not the bottom half.
We can have the... What is it? He gave us a notebook?
Yes.
We can have the notebook because he gave it to us. Everything else, unless there's if found dead, returned to place, everything else needs to be buried with him. That's the right thing
Can we
to
tell
do.
how long ago his wound was received?
No.
If the sun is going down, then whoever that thing was could be in the area still.
You can't really tell. It's not fresh, obviously, since he's dead now. But so presumably he hasn't been going around days like this. We'll put it like that.
All right.
Any
Well,
bloody
then,
trails leading
and
in?
that maybe there's a trail. Let's see if we can follow where he
There's
came
always
from.
a trail.
Is there like a blood trail nearby, or...
I mean, there's a huge, there's a bit of a blood pool where he was,
Must have been attacked here then.
Well, assuming he stumbled through the forest while wounded, he might have broken some trees, might be able to find some steps.
We are in a swampy bog at the moment, right?
yes. Also, I will note that so you do see a little where it comes off a little bit where he came from, but it'd perhaps be difficult. It'd perhaps be more doable if you had a ranger in the party. But I mean, you basically got a cardinal direction that you can head off towards, and hope he came in a straight line from wherever that was. Which you might hit something or not. Also, you're currently employed with a caravan that you're guarding.
Fair enough.
Where is this caravan going?
To the town of Helix, which you're like just outside of.
All right. I'd say, gentlemen. Actually, do we have any ladies in the group?
You do not have any female characters.
All right. Gentlemen, I suggest that we go to the tavern, rest the time after dealing with the remainder of our duties, and then crack open this notebook.
We can once we bury or stuff this body into the bog.
Alrighty. You spend a so.
Do we not want to take the body to the town?
Certainly, they have a cemetery there. I mean,
Do we have the room? It was quite a... Well,
I guess we could, like, if we have any cloth, we could wrap the body up or just so it's not just this horrible dead body bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure the caravan will be able to produce something for you. So
Just start dismantling the wagon.
you wrap it up in a cloth and throw it on a wagon to bury it in town.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can explain to the city guards that we found it along the way, and that way they won't get suspicious as to why we're hauling a dead body in a cart.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah. There's
It's
no city
perfect
guards.
crime.
Oh, wait, what?
This is a backwater town.
Oh.
How big of a town is it then? Is it like walled or...
Well, you're going to. So since you're going there, I can just show you a picture now.
Oh, sweet. I love visual aids. That's a sexy visual aid.
Oh,
All
dang,
right.
he's
So
very
it looks
smart.
like it's got an observatory. Is that mine at number 13?
No, that's towards the haunted Barrow Mounds.
Okay.
So that's where we'll eventually be heading.
Then 14, that looks like a hunting shack. I'm not sure.
That's a statue.
That doesn't seem ominous. Well, you want to
And-
bet there's something at the bottom of the well.
Also, you came from 16, which is Iron Guard Mott.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so you arrive in town with the body. You do receive your payment for guarding the caravan, which is a whole 2 gold pieces for each of you.
Sweet.
Is that a lot?
No.
Probably not. Just enough to get drunk.
And the trading company you're working for, the Silver Standard Merchant Caravan Company, which services many of the backwater towns in this region of the world, will provide for you boarding for the night. But you're free to do whatever you want until then.
Maybe we should go drop that body off at the cemetery at 6.
Yeah.
We can also ask around the tavern and see if anyone knows of any missing parties or anyone who came through recently inquiring about some weird haunted cave, I think what it was.
I mean, if anybody would know about haunting, it would be a church.
I can go talk to the church, I guess.
Alrighty.
Along with you.
It's a shrine to Saint Yig, the primary human deity in this world. It is led. The shrine is led by Brother Othar, who has 2 underclerics named Sela and Gamdar. Let me see if yes, Othar has a portrait actually. Let me grab that.
So, we are sent out here knowing about the Barrowmaze, right?
It's a known, like, you hear rumors about it every now and again. It's some weird haunted old burial site.
Okay.
So it's like an urban legend type of thing.
I mean, barely anybody lives here, and nobody, and so not a whole lot of news comes out of the town,
I
right?
don't know if I pronounced it earlier. I was sent by, in my own mind, let me pull up, Thandor or Thandor
Thingder, yes.
in Thandor in hopes to maybe find this place and purify it of the evil within.
Cool.
So I am looking for it if it comes across later if I say that.
Cool. All right. So you wanted to go to the tavern and ask around if they saw any other ask around about things, right?
Let's actually
Yeah,
go ask the people at 6 if they heard anything about the Barrowmaze in the area, or if they had any hints about it.
We
Uh,
could go to the tavern and the church. I mean,
Isn't Six the church?
Yes.
Yes. So Othar, um, let's see. Othar tells you that the barrow mounds are haunted. They're not consecrated by Saint Yig, so they don't have any responsibility over it. And that people from the town rarely venture out there because out of fear of the possibility of undead.
And he just sort of accepts that we, who I imagine he's never seen before, have rolled into town with a random dead dude.
Well, this is very unusual.
Well, do they recognize this person?
They do not. They have no idea who this is.
Are they willing to, take him and bury him and do all that kind of stuff? Or are we going to have to, dump him out the back of the cart and then run away as fast as we can?
The shrine will bury him for you.
Alright, fine.
do we have to pay anything to have them bury it? Or...
Shh. Nope, same team.
Oh, okay.
You have the 2 gold. You can pay him if you want to.
We all have 2 gold. This gold is for the glory of my god. I cannot use it on some Saint Yeeg or whatever.
Are there any graves here of interest?
None of them stand out. They're mostly pretty modest graves. Some of them are unmarked. Rather, they're marked, right, but there's no name on them or anything.
Are you doing rubbings?
Rubbings. I said robbings. No, we're not doing it. Hey,
No.
great robbings. But I
No.
was just wondering.
I'm lawful good. I would have to stop you from doing robbing, but rubbing is a perfectly valid hobby.
No, I was wondering if maybe we might see perhaps the grave of some adventurers that came through here or something along those lines. But hey, maybe adventurers get put in shallow graves too. So
Well, if they died in the Barrowmaze, they probably aren't brought back out.
true.
Is there a oddly large amount of graves or anything weird like that?
No.
Okay. Well,
Seems like this town is not actively being preyed on.
None of the graves are secretly passageways to a vast underground complex, are they?
I mean, they don't look like it from a cursory investigation.
Well, I mean, I have spent much time among the dwarves. I might know, a secret marking, or, the dirt is piled in a certain way to suggest there's a space under there.
Well, firstly, Dwarven civilization hasn't visited this part of the world very much.
Earthworks are earthworks, man. There's only so much you can do.
And your party dwarf, who actually has the ability for detecting construction tricks, does not detect any construction tricks in the church graveyard.
All right, there we go.
All right. I'd like to ask Arthur, what all is there to do in this town while we are here?
Well, there's the tavern and the gambling den.
I was about to make a
Gambling
joke
den?
about the hot club, but there really is one.
Tell us more about this gambling den.
Well, as a practitioner of, as a priest of Saint Yig, he'd recommend that you not go to the gambling den.
All right, I gotta high five him.
He does not.
I put my arm around his shoulder and say,
He leaves me hanging just like a priest of Saint Yig.
put my arm around his shoulder. And I'm like, oh, my friend. Yes, indeed. But, that kind of place is exact sort of place. Seedy characters might start fights and the like. Well, we could stop any fights and keep people safe if we knew where it was.
I mean,
If they're gonna do that, I'll go back to the inn and study the notebook.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, because I am lawful good and therefore I'm boring.
yes. So,
I can go to the tavern and that other place to maybe do some human and see what the rest of the town might know in regards to this sort of haunted maze and try to figure out the legend behind it.
Let's see. Let's just if we're doing that, then let's just hit up the notebook and then ask around after we get a clear idea of what to be asking for.
Should we be trying to hide this notebook from anyone in particular?
Yeah, I hid it from the Teamsters, so I've got it in like a pack or something, maybe in my shirt.
cool.
Well, where do you guys want to settle down? Do you want to go back to the room to look at it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Alrighty. So, you all gather in the dark of your room as the sun sets over around this bloody notebook. As outside, a half-orc acolyte of Saint Yig has to bury the body of the old man. And you pick apart the notebook. Most of the pages are ruined, torn, or otherwise just totally illegible. But you do find 15 pages, and they'll be presented in roughly the order you think they were in the notebook, that are still somewhat legible.
Okay.
Look, this is not a spell book.
And just let me know when you want me to move on to the next one.
Do we know what the pages say, or
How many pages should there be?
Well over 100.
Dragon Lord, huh?
At least there's a map. Ish.
So Barrowmaze is southwest.
What are like the lines with their horizontal lines with the 3 vertical lines coming out of them on the second page?
I'm just gonna rapid fire you all the pages.
Is that a UFO?
Wait,
Oh, no, it's a can.
hold on. So we've got some Smurf dude, some Templar guy. We got the Scarlet Witch, and I'm not sure what the last one is.
I saw Loki on there for a second. Resistant to turning.
it says here holy water is still good. That's
This is
good.
bullshit.
We could just probably bring a fuck ton of holy water with us.
How much does holy water cost? The coffers of my
25 gold pieces a pop.
I'm a
Dang.
priest. I'm a cleric rather. Can I make holy water? Is that a thing?
It requires special materials.
It's water.
I thought I saw something in the rules where we could get a retainer that could make stuff for us.
Yeah,
But
potions.
might-
Also, churches actually sell holy water at cost of production, so it just costs you. So making your own holy water just costs you 25 gold too.
When this
This economy
says
is nonsense.
when this says I give up, is that you giving up, or was that
Everyone giving up.
the? Let's see. Mutton chops guy is pretty cool, and smug elf guy is fuck this guy.
Okay, so keep your eye out for smug dwarfs. I take offense to that actually now I think about it.
So we have Gandalf in counterclockwise order. Gandalf, Loki, the horrible, annoying elf from Wind Waker, and Goalpost Head.
Is that no? Is that Loki or is that the
Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz.
And the top left. Oh, the bottom right. Scarecrow? Did he have a pointy hat or a backwards hat?
He had a pointy hat on top.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't know why I just spent all this time organizing them. I forgot that you can just pull them up and close them at will.
Yep.
yeah?
I'm kind of stupid if you couldn't tell.
We're supposed to follow the cairns. Who did this? What is this? Who did this?
These are mysteries. What you see is
Yeah,
what you see.
figure crap out.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Number 3 is entry. 4 is T.
Well, I wonder if there's anything else useful about this map. You don't really need to know much other than the Barrowmaze. There's something off to the very far bottom, but there's a ship between it, so there might be like some water.
I'm wondering what that W is.
Which one?
The
Map?
page 6.
Page 6. Let me look.
There's a stash.
Holy crap. No stash. Well, it kind of looks like maybe a false wall or like a hidden door, maybe.
Maybe.
'Cause it's kind of small, and the 5 is right like at where the door would be.
There are at least 3 W's on the map that I can spot. So maybe window? Or broken wall? Or something like that?
Wall?
Because like 2, it says break later. And then there's a little thing there, a little W there. So maybe it's like a smashed part of a wall.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
there's 2 stashes. Wait.
There's 3 W's. One right
Yeah,
next to
but
2, one
there's-
right next to 5, and one above it.
But 1 is stash and 5 is stash. And there's triple dots too.
Those are probably like an open door or something. Because it doesn't look like to be any doors that are just left wide open. So the X's, W's, and dots all mean something different. Plus, I gotta say, on page 7, I love the S. It's great.
Cool S is cool, yeah.
Universal everywhere.
Then there's one more symbol. I'm not sure if that's a 5, a 6, or an S next to the 2 room on the left.
Follow Carnes on page 5. What's Carn?
Cairn. Cairn is a burial site in Celtic stuff.
It's like a stack of stones.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I would hope this... You said that we don't truly know this order. This is what we think the order is.
This is what you think the order is.
Oh, that's a statue. It looks really cool. Okay. Well then, is there anything else you guys... Let's see, was this destroyed? Gem... Ooh, there's gem skellies. Steel skellies. I bet they're all assholes.
Yeah, it's probably a good guess. huge bronze, huge bros statue. Bronze. Don't touch anything.
I assume it's supposed to be bronze.
Yeah, I'm assuming that.
Could be a braised statue.
Do we have a magic user in the group?
You do,
Yes, that would
heretic.
be me.
Oh, sweet. Well, you're going to need to destroy this tablet of chaos, whatever the fuck that is. So keep your eye out for it.
I shall.
Well, actually, it says where is it? Question mark. So that might be the biggest issue of it.
Hey, so one of the pages says embrace death, and we have zombies that are resistant to turning undead. So do you think we have to hug them?
I thought we could just spray holy water on them.
But we don't have holy water, so hugs
Okay.
might be the next best thing.
The holy hug.
Or the holy hand grenade.
The holy hug of Antioch.
Yes.
And we've got our Monty Python reference out of the way for this session.
Yes.
Bold of you to assume you're not going to reference it again. You
Minimum
usually do it
one.
like this session. Well, I think you guys ready to lodge up for the night then, and break early for the next day. Go over there.
Perhaps we should have a few drinks and talk to the locals.
I'll go for a water.
Yeah, I could go to the tavern and maybe ask around, see if anyone knows anything about the Barrowmaze, if anyone's come through recently.
Is there anything else in the town other than the tavern?
Well, I mean, there's the weird observatory tower. There's the tavern. There's actually a small moneylender, slash jeweler. There's the There's the merchant company building. Shrine to Saint Yig, the gambling den. There's a couple shops. They're closed at this point of day.
Oh, that observatory might be open. Do you guys think there's anything useful there?
You could go check.
I guess I'll head over towards the observatory. It's getting nighttime. It would probably be the right time to meet people there.
I could accompany you. I mean,
Yeah, more the merrier.
I've seen enough horror films to know what going by yourself and splitting up means. Especially in a strange town like this.
There won't be any murder hobos in the alleys. They don't even have alleys here.
Was somebody considering going to the tavern and drinking with the patrons and figuring out what they might know?
Yes,
Sure.
Snarls.
I'll do that.
I'll do a. I'll volunteer to do a song to lift everybody's spirits and ask for some donations and get the alcohol flowing for some answers.
Is it
I will defeat all comers in a drinking game, as I am familiar with dwarven lifestyle and can probably therefore hold my alcohol.
Alrighty, so which one of yous are going to the observatory?
That would be me.
And Garrus. So 2 people.
Alrighty, so you roll up on the observatory. There's a front door.
Ooh.
It seems
Can
rather.
I knock on it?
Okay, you knock on it, and you hear a voice coming out from inside. It says, "Ah, who is it?"
Travelers.
What?
Travelers. We have come to see the stars with you.
What? Oh, never mind. You hear some latches going off, and then from inside steps out. I got an illustration for this person.
I gotta say, I love all the visual aids this time through.
He's bug-eyed. He's sort of bug-eyed. His sort of pointed cap is bent over. He has a bunch of trinkets that, like bells that hang off of his cloak. It's like, what do you want?
We have come to look at the constellations to see if we can see ours of our homeland from here. Would you mind us?
My private observatory isn't for public viewing.
I just couldn't help marveling at the magnificent stonework of the tower.
It's a very nice observatory. I mean, we would really appreciate if you would let us in and we could see the stars. I mean,
A bunch of heavily armed strangers that just rolled into town.
I mean, would it be better us instead of Protlicizers?
I mean, you don't seem like the sort that's terribly interested in the sciences of astrology. Do you even know what your star sign is?
Pointed light 2.
Do you know what your star sign is?
Yeah, yes, obviously. I'm not the one who's has to answer questions here.
What is your star sign then, if I may ask?
The Great Florbus.
Ah, then we are of the same, as that is mine as well.
Is it?
We just have so much in common. I think that we could come inside and maybe talk of the giant Florbus culture.
Yeah, whatever. If you steal anything, I'll cast a terrible spell on you. You get it?
By Thondor's name, I would do no such thing.
Anyway, he'll let you in. The interior is pretty disheveled. Lots of weird knickknacks, bits and bobs, shit it all around, and there's a spiral staircase up to the top.
I will point towards the staircase. May we?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the top.
Alrighty, you do so.
Anything interesting in here?
I mean, it's mostly an observatory. Astrology charts, star charts.
Maybe we should ask him about the maze. He seems knowledgeable. You wouldn't happen to know anything of the barrel mounds of this area, would you?
I know a fair bit about the history. I've actually been collecting some volumes on it. He sort of goes over to his book collection and starts sorting through various books and dusty tomes. He's like, yeah, it was built thousands of years ago, back when the Archaean Empire was still kicking around even. It started with just a couple burial sites in the a couple noble burial sites in the area, and people just started burying more and more people. And as the old gods sort of waned in their popularity, people stopped going there, and it's been pretty inactive ever since.
Any old god in particular?
Just the general old pantheon, such as that Sylvanus, who's still kicking around, was a part of.
Very interesting. You are quite knowledgeable on this subject.
Indeed, I am.
You wouldn't know if there's any maps of it that have been created?
Why would someone map a bunch of burial sites? Yeah, but no, not to my knowledge.
Can you tell us more about the history of some of these gods, or like the history of the town and how it came to be, or like this god?
Okay, he'll start lecturing you as we move to our other scene.
All right.
With the rest of the gang in the tavern. It's mostly a bunch of sad drunks.
All right, so I get up on whatever platform there is, and I start playing playing this in the Barrowmaze Sunday chat. Pumped Up Kicks 1066 AD cover in Old English.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I've totally forgotten to put on the Dungeons music. I should do that.
Are there any sad drunks who appear to be, I don't know, mourning the loss of their entire exploratory team?
Here's, or already
You're playing that and we can hear it.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. So the
Alright.
there does seem to be one sort of weird, dirty bum that's hanging out from one edge of the table, but as you look towards it, the bartender actually comes up to you, who's got a portrait that says, "Don't bother that guy. He's got some mental problems."
Perhaps he will enjoy some music. So I call out to him, "You there? What song would you like to hear?"
He is looking at him more closely. He's clearly dirty and sodden, and like flies going around him, and he doesn't really respond.
Are there a lot of people in the tavern?
I mean, there's more people because of the caravans coming recently. So it's fairly full, but it's not like blown out or anything.
I'll slap 2 gold on the bar and be like, "Spirits for all the locals, double for Alistair."
It's like, well, sounds good to bartender tells you it sounds good to him, and the rest of the bar gives you a little cheer.
I surreptitiously put out a donations. My hat out for donations in case anybody wants to pay for my incredible rendition of Pumped Up Kicks.
Cool. You get 6 copper pieces.
All about that bardic lifestyle.
I take post at a table and challenge all comers to drinking, and whoever loses has to pony up. You pony up an ante, and whoever loses gets the pot, or whoever wins gets the pot. Excuse me.
Okay. How much gold do you want to bet?
Just one.
Alrighty. Make a Constitution check then. Which means go to your character sheet and click on the CON button. Alrighty, you now have 2 gold pieces.
3. I had 2 and put up 1, and now I got 2, so I have 3.
Yes, you now have 3 gold pieces. Congratulations.
1 plus 2 is 3.
Yes.
All right, so
rocket scientist here.
So I would like to.
I learned math good.
So Benedict pipes up and says, "Let's all get a mood. Does anybody know any horror stories? Any scary stories from this area? I love traveling from place to place and learning about all the beliefs and strange happenings in all these small towns. Ask and I will play music to go along with it."
Sure. One of the patron tells a story about how his cousin was turned into a toad.
I play a suitably horrified and somewhat humorous song to go with it.
Did he get better?
No, he did not.
There's the other Monty Python reference for you.
It's the toad that they referenced in the journal.
Come now, certainly this town must have plenty of old stories and such.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you get lots of stuff like stories of will-o-wisps, some just kind of like dog shit stories of like, oh, I've saw, I heard like scratching outside. I went outside and there was nothing there.
Dun dun dun. But no like legends or anything.
I mean, there's lots of there's some legends about how sometimes in the it's very special times of the year you could see the spirit of some long dead dragon fly through the sky.
Apparently the group was looking for a dragon's den, right? Page 1. Joined to find dragon horde from olden times. Probably wild goose chase. It's probably what drew them here. If I had any guesses towards it.
I'll walk around and talk to the locals that I buy drinks for and see if the spirits have loosened their tongues at all.
Well, most of them seem pretty frustrated about downward economic times. As you do. Trying to delete something off of Roll20. There we go. Anyway.
What lord do they work the land for?
That would, of course, be Ironguard himself. Well, technically his son, who they don't much care for. But El Ironguard, who they like quite a lot, actually. There's actually a portrait for him. Has done quite well over the years in protecting the land and building up a little bit of civilization.
Oh, what did the land need to be protected from?
Weird frog dudes, various monsters, tribes, monsters and shit.
Gotcha. Okay. Seems like this is truly a sleepy town.
They speak well of Ironguard, of which Ironguard Mods is named after his family, which has ruled the area for a while. But it seems mostly to be a sleepy town. There's lots of, there's lots of weird, like sort of weird stories, frogmen, creatures, strange monstrous creatures in the mountains. People claiming to see dark figures move through the swamps at night, but find nothing there after the fact. Anything else here specifically?
Were there any armed people who traveled in the area recently?
Well, I mean, there's lots of armed people. It's kind of a dangerous area. There was this one. There is this one prospecting team that's been hanging out here lately.
Oh, what's that prospecting team called?
They don't have a name. They're just some prospecting team trying to find swamp iron.
Swamp iron. Okay. Well, anybody else have any other leads to follow?
I'll talk to the Alistair, the guy that he's mentally disturbed or whatever.
Alrighty. He seems to mostly mumble and gibberish. Let me look up his thing specifically.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Bog iron.
Yeah, bog iron's a real thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Verisimilitude.
Yeah, so he wears dirty old clothes. He smells terrible. His hair is a tangled mess. Uh, uh, he he seems to mostly mumble under his breath and nonsense words.
Hmm.
A potential torchbearer for us.
I hope it doesn't feel like you guys are hitting a wall or something, or if this is interesting.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what to ask next, if anything.
We might need to just break into the Barrowmaze here and come back once we have a little bit more information on what's going on there.
Before we do that, we should all make earplugs.
Earplugs.
It says
It's in the
so.
notebook.
Okay. I guess where can we buy earplugs? Or I guess make them?
Usually they would be either
Yeah, so we can
earwax.
we can cut back temporarily to the other group where Mazas is still talking to you. It's like, and now the third dynasty of the Archaean Empire. Now that was something. In which you're both terminally bored, and the fact that he spent like an hour before getting to anything even relating to the town with the Barrowmaze.
Do you know if there is... I've heard of odd going-ons in the area of the Barrowmaze. You wouldn't know of any curses or anything of that nature there that people walking through the area should watch out for?
Well, you know, it's a bunch of graves to some forgotten gods. There's bound to not be much good to come from traipsing around there.
Very true, very true.
Indeed.
Where does the name Helix come from? For this town? It's an odd name for, being out in the middle of the swamp.
He actually doesn't know.
How long have you been here in this town?
He's been here for a good number of years, but he's not here from here originally. He used to be a wandering wizard. Traveled good amounts of the world, and he's sort of settled here in this corner due to not being able to afford living in a bigger city, and also because it happens to have some characteristics which are useful for setting up an observatory, which is what he's mostly interested in these days.
All that swamp gas really makes everything clear, huh?
I mean, it illuminates so much about the astrological significance of stellar events.
Like swamp gas from Venus?
I think I would consider this heretical. Like why ask the stars where you can just pray to your god, right?
Fortunately, you're not there.
Unfortunately.
I think that's all we might have the time for here. What was his name?
Mazas.
Mazas.
The Magnificent.
The Magnificent, I will add afterwards. May we return to ask of your knowledge if we have any issues? Or come into any issues?
Yeah, sure. There's not much going on here anyways. But don't touch any of my stuff.
We would never dream of it.
There's a lot of stuff and knickknacks you've accumulated over the years. Can you tell me what some of them are?
You see that thing?
Uh-huh.
It's weird, ain't it?
Do you remember where you got it from?
Yes. Now go.
Okay. We won't take up any more of your time here. And we shall see you on another day. And with that, I think I'll probably be leaving. You coming along, RDP?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this weird, insane dude's dungeon thing.
It
Uh,
seems like a guy that Gnarls would enjoy talking to. They seem to have a lot in common with
all
the
that-
weird magic and knickknacks.
You think all wizards know each other?
Maybe.
I mean, they do, but it's kind of racist to assume so.
There's only like
Would it
20
be-
wizards.
Would it be racist or classist?
I like his use of classist, as in like professional class.
Yes. Moving on. As you leave, you hear him throw the bolts and locks on his door, of which there are many. And you go to the tavern to whatever the rest of the group is up to.
I'll wait outside for them.
Yeah, I'll probably just wait outside and try to just think over just an entire boring history lesson.
Did you take any notes on it?
I thought you were taking notes.
I didn't take notes. I thought you were. The whole point of going there was to learn more about it.
I mean, Thrummet does have like an intelligence of 5, so writing might be a little bit difficult for him.
I'm good at smacking stuff.
Well, I'm a warrior, so I know how to hit shit, so it's not like I could...
Yeah,
So the two warriors went to talk to a wizard.
Yes,
Perfection.
the two least suitable people.
You know what? At least we weren't the cleric that went to the bar.
Hey, don't belittle my culture.
It's my culture.
The self-hating dwarf, I've heard the stereotype, come on.
Not to mention the self-hating human.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Of course you aren't.
Of course I'm not, I spent all my life with dwarves.
All right. Okay, so I guess we're convening.
Oh yeah, here's an random image of the interior of the tavern.
Beautiful.
Did anybody question Alistair at all?
I was talking to him. Alistair, what do you know about the goings on in the countryside around this town?
He let's see, what would he know? He immediately goes on some weird rant about jackals and how jackals are everywhere and how they're coming to get him.
That's not ominous.
Perhaps I could work on a protection spell for you.
That seems to soothe him somewhat.
Yes. I'll get to work on it tomorrow, first thing.
Cool.
I think actually instead of waiting at the bar, I might just head back to our lodgings, seeing that they're still a little held up inside.
I'm prepared to turn in as well.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Yeah, I think that we need to do some physical investigation.
Alrighty. So you all turn in for the night?
Yeah, how much is the room?
It's free tonight because the caravan company is actually covering it.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Okay.
Where are
Just
we?
for tonight, though.
Just for tonight.
Where are we staying at?
You're actually staying in the barracks. Right, there's sort of a little barracks or bunk room in the merchant caravan company building that they allow their guards to sleep in between legs of the journey. So it's a big sort of collective sleeping quarters. It's not that luxurious. But you're able to sleep in a rather restlessly until the morning comes the next day.
Does anyone experience like any nightmares or just normal restless sleep?
Normal restless sleep.
Okay.
I think the first thing that we should get started on at the crack of dawn here before we head in would be getting those earplugs. Would
Perhaps beeswax would work.
beeswax? I was wondering maybe the trading caravan, maybe they had equipment there for quote unquote retainers, maybe? It would be kind of odd for them too.
No, but getting a hold of some wax, some beeswax actually shouldn't be that much of a difficulty. The caravan company actually works a trade in beeswax candles.
So
Perfect.
I do want to remind people that there is a G working for others that are also within the within Barrowmaze and doing investigation. I'm not sure I can trust anyone anymore. There are others here. I know G is working for them. Was he always? And then he planned to get the stashes and get out, but died. Hopefully, before he actually removed them, so the stashes aren't just completely lost.
Probably still down there somewhere.
Yeah, but there is some sort of G that is working with others. The only people that we know that are from outside so far are the prospectors, correct?
And the people from the merchant company who the guards that
Yeah.
let go.
And
But-
also that Masa's, he
But
he
he's
was a traveling wizard.
for a while. He's been here for some years, though.
I mean,
he's-
he might be, investigating Barrowmaze himself, or something along those lines. But perhaps he could go and speak with that prospecting team, figure out who they're working for, their names, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Is this the next day?
Oh yeah, it's the next day now.
Okay,
and,
so let's go over there and speak to whoever the head prospector is.
The prospecting team is not in town at the moment.
Oh, I see.
Let's purchase the beeswax.
Oh yeah, you can purchase that basically for the cost of a candle on the equipment list for each of you, which should be like pretty cheap. What is it?
Looking it up right now. Candles. 0.1.
Yeah, so a silver piece for each of you,
silver piece. Okay.
which is a tenth of a gold piece.
Dang it.
Half of a gold.
Should be careful also. The countryside may be infested with jackals.
We also heard a lot about frogs. I'm not sure if that's something we need to worry about. Jackals aren't like... Well, I guess they could go underground. I was wondering if maybe it would be something we'd need to worry about underground in the maze.
And that assumes that he was, in fact, seeing jackals. The other beasties that are listed here include undead, mummy cats, rock monsters, rock grubs, harpies, frogs, and I don't know if we know this in character, but a beholder creature.
You know, what is it? When he said jackals, isn't that also a way of like describing people that are untrustworthy?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
So
Jackals
maybe
aren't
he-
typically indigenous to this area, so.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like the name of a group of people.
Ooh.
Maybe the prospecting group is named the Jackals or something ominous like that.
Can I get like a push broom?
A,
'Cause-
a push broom?
yeah, so the notebook says frogs are a constant hassle, which suggests that they're not like dangerous, but they might be underfoot a lot, and so I might be.
10-foot
I don't know.
pole.
Do what?
It could be like a gigantic frog, you know.
I mean, frogs are tasty.
Would you describe like a
I
gigantic
mean,
frog as
I
a
think that-
hassle?
Honestly, it depends. But I will say, do we have 10 feet poles?
I have one. I noticed like no one else grabbed any. Kind of surprised.
Yeah.
That's
I'll just get a
suspicious.
broom, like a regular broom,
Alrighty,
or
that-
like a broom attachment for my pole or whatever.
that should be pretty cheap, like a silver piece, right? Because like a broom in this era is just going to be like one of those old stick brooms things you're like using. My mind is blanking on it, so we're moving on.
A broom.
Yes.
I
yes?
think that would be it for me then. For anything else you guys want to get prepped beforehand.
Mm, no, I think that we are good to go unless you want to get some holy water. Do we need any?
I think we can afford it. It's like 25 bucks or gold
Right.
pieces.
Man, the totally not Catholic Church is gouging people on central items. Somebody needs to bless the rains down in Barrowmaze.
Yeah, I'll do that just as soon as I finish nailing my complaints to the door of the church.
So, that's why there's no vampires in Africa, because they bless the rains down in Africa. Yeah. Anyway.
That would be the song that I next play. Yeah, that's what Benedict is gonna write. That's gonna be his it's gonna be his claim to fame.
Alrighty. So you're heading out of town towards the southeastish, southwestish.
Southwest. It's what the should indicate on the map.
Yeah.
And we're seeing. I'm not sure what we're seeing. There, trees, and a line with 3 dots. I'm thinking that might be swampland.
Probably bogs. Maybe it's like the steam coming off of it. Is
Yes.
there like a path leading out there, or is it just straight bog?
It's bog.
I do wonder what the X is. X marks a spot.
Should I buy a cart and like have you guys pull me through it?
I don't think that would improve the navigation difficulties,
I mean,
because you're just concentrating your weight into smaller points.
but then it's less work for me.
Well, be rich enough for that to matter.
Yeah, I don't think I can afford a cart anyways. So I think head out for it then.
Alrighty, so as you, so firstly we need to advance the day marker by 1. It's now the 3rd of planting. Also as you start going out of town, an elf actually who seems to be who has a longbow slung on his back, who's sort of wandering about, asks you, "Are you heading out into the bog?"
Why, yes, we are. Are you as well?
No. Oh, I do. Not today, but I'm gonna work on making some more arrows. But I do. He does. He is something of a ranger, so he does patrol the area a little bit. But he warns you to try to be back in town by sunset. There's terrible stuff that comes out at night.
Like what?
Oh,
Jackals?
Frogs?
Jackals? Why would there be jackals? Well, there is a frogling problem.
Tell me about that. I've heard many people speak of it. What type of frogs are we talking about here?
They're about 4 foot tall pseudo-humanoids.
Do they attack people?
Oh yes, very often. They attack
Are they like dangerous, or are they like?
They attack caravans. They use spears. They murder people.
That sounds like an issue for this town.
Any idea where they came from?
No, but they've been a growing nuisance in recent months.
I feel like murdering people is more than hassle or nuisance.
Well, it's a pretty terrible world, so
I guess
You
that's
aren't living
fair.
in the middle of like a shit bog here with. I don't even know. Frogs everywhere. It's an issue.
I ask it. All right, so let's say we find ourselves out here and the sun goes down a little faster than we'd like. What's the best way for us to get back quickly?
Against the frogs.
well, first, don't allow that situation to happen in the first place, and try to look for lights and the lights of the town on the horizon while they're still on, and haul ass. And hope that those lights aren't actually will-o-wisps luring you to your death.
I'm sorry, what are will-o-wisps?
They're a kind of spirit.
Are they... I'm assuming they're also coming here alongside these gigantic murderous frogs?
They're common in swamps.
Outstanding.
There's one more thing to watch out for.
Well, thank you for your warning. On that note, has anybody else been coming this way?
Well, the prospectors have been coming and going a good bit. Wonder when they'll be back.
Prospectors.
Yeah,
Have they been finding anything of interest?
they've brought back a few pieces of swamp iron, but not a whole lot. I think they'll move on from here not too long.
Well, thank you for the heads up on the darkness issue.
No problem.
You guys ready to keep on going then?
Sure.
Right, you keep on going towards where you think the Barrow Mounds are.
Dang, that's what we should have asked them, is where the Barrow Mound was.
As you go through the swamp, right? It's it's hot, it's wet, it's muddy. There's frogs everywhere. They're like normal frogs though.
Okay. Can I catch one as we're going along?
Make a dexterity check.
Let me see here.
You fail to catch a frog.
Dang.
Can I sweep them out of our path with my broom?
You can. For all the good that does in the mud. But
It'll make me feel better.
Might make your brush muddy.
I'll just fling the mud off at the frogs.
Anyway, uh, as you progress through the bog, eventually the sound of animals goes away as you enter a heavy mist, and all you hear is the whooshing of wind and the occasional trickle and splash of water.
Is it just me, or does this fog come on quite suddenly?
The token's where your party is. The token is where the party is, and each hex represents 1 moment. 50 feet.
Big scale.
And all that blackness is fog?
Yeah, you can't see very far.
It's north.
I would like to take out my lantern.
No, north is not north. It's inverted. It's weird.
I'd like
So
to
we're
take out my
going-
lantern and see if that helps with visibility at all.
Shining lights into fog, as a matter of fact, does not help with invisibility.
Alright, then I will put it away. I say, stick together, friends. Let's not get separated from each other in this dreary place.
Indeed.
You
We
know,
want to
guys?
form like a star or pentagon pattern where everyone just with like 2 people behind us are looking, or 2 people are looking behind us. One person's looking to our left, one's to our right, one person is looking ahead.
I'll take one of the back ones.
Same here. They don't have armor like some of you.
I just wanted meat shields. As we're
you-
walking along, I would
Hold-
like to
Hold
point
on,
out-
you are a meat shield. Also,
I mean, I could be, but other people could also equally be meat shields for me.
Josh, please stop drawing small squares on the map.
Who's drawing small squares on the map?
I see little small squares, and they're in your player color, so...
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not drawing anything on the map.
Sure. Anyway, moving on.
As we start into this, I'm going to be flipping through this notebook, and I think on page 3 of this,
Oh,
I'll point
goddammit.
out to
Who the fuck moved?
Gnarl next to me that, you know, that Belrion guy kind of looks like the fuck this guy.
Okay, who deleted your party token?
Not it.
Not I.
Not it.
Not it.
Not me.
You gotta be fucking...
That looks strange. That's the only person I could think that kind of looks like him, though. Oh, Bolo's cool guy.
Yeah,
Cool
he got the
guy.
mutton chops.
Yeah, on page 3, Bolo is pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure Belrion is the fuck this guy. I give up suspicious. That's kind of just pointing towards some sketching down there.
Who was Bolo again?
The
the
tower
bar-
keeper.
Yeah, the barkeeper.
Oh, she's the barkeep. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think he's the pretty cool guy. He's got the mutton chops, and then
Which makes him untrustworthy, of course.
Kind of looks like the fuck this guy, but then again, we also could just not have met that guy yet.
he looks well. So I'm looking through the different character portraits. He's got long hair. He doesn't necessarily have pointy ears, so it could be Alistair, who also has long hair, but he doesn't look as smug.
Yeah, definitely true. Alistair kind of just looks upset and sad with everything.
And
That guy has
Valeron,
like a smug, like the dirty elves do.
Valeron just looks like everything. He looks like Leonard Nimoy. Everything he sees is disgusting.
Well, I say we keep an eye on that Valeron guy whenever we see him. I'm actually kind of happy now we didn't mention the mace to him.
I mean, that left ear could be kind of pointy, almost.
Never trust anyone
True.
with 20 years.
Never trust an elf, says the dwarf.
Yeah, is this a world where elves and dwarves
Yes,
are
it,
racist against each other?
yes, it is stereotypical.
Okay. Then yeah,
Freaking
fuck those
elf.
elves.
Anyway, you can all see your
Look,
party
great
token in
for a
the.
half elf.
You can all see the token in the bottom left, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So, you want to move through the darkness?
Yes, and we're aiming because this is inverted up and right. Then I believe. Let me look.
So, Benedict is completely unwilling to find himself falling in any sort of bog and dirtying himself. So, he'll be taking it nice and slow.
Alrighty, moving up and
I'm gonna
right.
trip him into the mud with my broom handle.
Alrighty. Already Benedict eats shit as over on the.
No. No rolls necessary.
What is this?
That's what making my dex the highest ability score does.
And you see a little outcropping of trees and a cairn of stones.
Ooh, didn't that one say follow the cairns? Or somebody
Yes.
said that?
Yes, it did say follow Karen.
So up,
Looks like we're on the right path then.
so up and to the right once more.
See.
Mm-hmm. What's that up ahead?
Can we actually see that on the edge?
Yeah, you can sort of see something. Looks like a hill or something.
Okay. I guess another step in the same direction.
You see what looks like some sort of burial mound off in the distance, and another cairn of stones up this direction.
Cairn.
Now, that definitely isn't the Barrowmaze. But is there any
Yeah,
reason
let's
to look at it?
It says follow the cairns, so I imagine that means don't go anywhere else or be lost in the swamp forever.
Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe as soon as you like lose track of the fucking stones, they disappear or some shit like that.
Schrodinger's giant pile of rocks.
Schrodinger's fucking shit swamp. Yeah, I guess you guys all right with just following them then?
That's what I say.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Onward.
you move up here, and then up here. And you see a cairn of stones over here.
Looks like we got
We,
another
we are stalwart in our pursuit of piles of
Stones.
rocks.
And you see the edge of something else over here. But you're going to be stalwarts.
No side quests.
Can I see anything interesting or noteworthy about these stones?
They seem to be stones made in. As a dwarf, you can tell that they come from the local area. They are locally sourced stones.
Free range organic stones.
They may have actually. They may be. Some of them may have been napped slightly.
May have been what?
Napped. That means essentially carved a little bit.
You take one stone and you hit it with another stone, and then it breaks.
But otherwise, they seem to be exceptional stacks of stones.
This is some disgusting stonework in this area. I'll tell you what. In my land, we would have had beautiful pillars carved out here.
All right. And then I held my hand up for a high five.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then
I'll smack it.
you.
I'm still
Yeah.
angry about being shoved into the bog.
That's what you get for being all stuck up.
I,
It's not-
I, I would like to take my muddy hands and smear it all over his face.
It's
Ooh,
cool. I lived underground my whole life. It's fine.
Look, guys, this isn't paranoia. We can't.
And
and
make everything paranoia.
We-
We have
I-
spent enough time in it.
I'm supposed to do the good work of my patron wherever I go, and underground is better than above ground. Ergo, trip it to the bud.
Methinks
so-
we have some sort of fundamental disagreement about reality, and that means that we cannot work together and must kill each other.
Well,
Actually.
who's your god?
well, that's how it worked for all of human
Yig.
history.
Oh, your god is Yig, huh?
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
my god is Muradin.
No,
But
it's
my
Muradin.
it's Thander. No,
well,
it's-
Whatever his name is.
Benedict
Thander
is
now? Okay.
yeah,
Yo,
he's
look.
Thander now.
Benedict
change
is
some of my character sheet.
absolutely a devout follower of Yig. He totally doesn't just do it because that's what society expects of him.
What's your
Anyways.
intelligence score?
I'm
So
not telling you that.
are you continuing to move on
Probably wise.
up and to the right?
Yeah.
Up and to the right.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Up
So,
and to the right.
so you see another cairn of stones up over here
Zapruder.
next to a mound. Although you also see another cairn of stones over here that seem to be considerably larger, towering almost.
Oh, you know what, guys? I think we might need to take a quick detour. I got
So
some
we-
rocks I would like to look at.
We have one cairn which is very much like the cairns we've been seeing, and one
Which-
cairn which is very much not like the cairns we've been seeing.
Which looks older?
I mean, it's difficult to tell from 100 feet away.
Can our dwarf tell?
If I get closer, I think we can. That's why I think we need to take a quick detour.
All right.
So you move over
yes.
to this cairn. This is a huge cairn that towers above your height. Well, and it seems to have been. These stones do seem to all have been carved, though, and at some point had some ruins on them.
This is what I'm talking about.
but
A little
mo-
bit more craftsmanship.
But most of them have been worn away with time. On top, though, you can see either a stone. Right, the top stone though is a huge, great carving of a skull.
Okay.
Does
How
no proceeding
old
on
did
skulls?
the other cairns look? Does this look significantly older than the rest?
It does to the dwarf. It does look like it's older.
So the notebook says lots of undead and then a picture of a skull.
Yeah, and at the bottom of the cairn, there's actually one rune that's still semi-legible, although it's in Old Common.
None of us can read that, can we?
You can some of your human characters can barely make it out. You think it reads something like life in death.
Yep, let's avoid it.
It seems a shame that the best one out here is so covered in death. I guess we can return to the path of the other Karens.
On the other hand, the notebook does say embrace death.
You know what? What if we take a quick loop around this thing and see if we can find any other Karens on the edge of our vision? Because this just seems very suspicious that these things are just so nicely spaced for us.
Unless they're trail markings, in which case that's on purpose.
Yeah, but they're also just shit markings. I mean, no one in their right mind would make just shitty stones out here, you know? That seems like a trap to me.
I mean, that's basically what we're walking into knowingly, right? This is supposed to be a dangerous place.
Yeah. Supposedly. You guys mind if we go a space out on the far side of it, like here, to see if we can see anything?
I don't want to go away from where we can see the cairn trail.
Alrighty, so you can go up like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's okay.
About. So we have another hill over here and some like tree hills.
Yeah.
I guess we can go back to the other one. It doesn't look like
Okay.
there's any more big ones.
So, as I recall, you said the dwarf had the ability to see construction stuff. Is there maybe like a secret entrance or anything underneath that cairn?
I could try looking.
Going back to that giant cairn, it doesn't seem to have anything beneath it. It seems like pretty solid ground, which is rare in these parts.
Question: would we be able to see farther if we sent, maybe the bard up to the top to look around?
Sure. I'll
The-
climb this up.
the
I'm
top of
not
it-
superstitious.
I just saw someone draw a little square.
Is
I'm.
my-
Benedict Germain is not afraid of any sort of superstitious nonsense, and he is entirely willing to climb up and see if he can have a better view. I don't think that will be the case given that this is mist, but sure.
Maybe you can get above it.
Maybe.
Alrighty, so climbing on top of the cairn of stones, rather, which is fortunately relatively easy since it's a bunch of loosely fitted stones on top of one another. You want to get on top of that great big stone skull.
Mm-hmm. Actually, is there anything in the eyes or anything like that?
No, there doesn't appear to be.
All right, I'd like to get up on top then. Yeah.
You look around and you see in the distance sort of the vague shapes of dozens of those little hills all around you.
Any way to see it on the map?
I mean, there's
No,
no.
that's fine.
I mean, there's not much good way of. I'm not sure how to mechanically do that.
All right. Okay. So I clamber down and then I just say, yeah, there's just a bunch more of those mounds and what burial mounds. Nothing of note outside that.
Well, was there anything special about the mound that we're looking for, other than that the things
Gonna
linked to it?
assume that it's gonna be the biggest one, but
You would think, but they're all mounds of dirt.
well, let's continue to follow the cairns and see what awaits us at the end of them.
I'm good with that.
How's the day doing?
It's sometime around midday. You probably have about 4 hours until sunset.
Short days. Okay.
Is it winter?
It's spring, but it took a long time to walk out here.
Should we head back or?
No,
you guys
just
going
just
to
So-
keep
break
going.
it?
So rather, to clarify, it's 4 hours until you need to head back, so you get back to town by sundown.
Okay.
Okay. That's our go no go time.
Okay. Let's kind of. These things all led up to this one here. That couldn't be it, could it?
Well, let's go over there and see if there are any more cairns on the edge of our vision.
Alrighty, so you make your way up to this mound.
This might
this-
be it, boys.
This mound seems exceptionally large, and there seems to be the almost remnants of an overground pathway that leads up to it, and some small stone cairns. The mound is encircled with standing stones, and a large stone door rests face down, broken in two, in the long grass of the entranceway. The area smells foul. And there's also an illustration for it.
Compare and contrast with page 5. Yep.
You know what? That's a pretty good rendering of it.
All right.
Now, when you say there's a foul smell, are you talking about like in the area or coming from the hole?
In the area.
Okay.
All
Is
right.
it anything that we know, like rotting flesh or just nasty bog smell?
I noticed there's a lot of skulls.
I mean, it's a burial site.
I also want to know what that tombstone says.
Naparmarom. Oh, I don't know that one.
Runes.
Is that a ruin that one of us could read?
It seems to be written in an ancient language that you do not know.
Let's make a copy of it anyway.
Do we have
Alrighty.
any paper?
Alrighty. I'll assume you do, and you take a rubbing.
Yeah, get your grave rubbing stuff out.
You know
whoever that
what?
was.
I got a stone and I got a chisel. I'll just make a quick chisel of it.
On what? Your stone tablet that you carry around with you?
Look at all these stones on the ground. I'll take one up and
Let's
while
use-
we're walking, I will shape it into a perfect rectangular stone tablet,
Just-
and then I will remember offhand afterwards how to jot it down.
Just
How
store
about
things.
paper? How about we use paper?
We have paper?
Paper is not permanent enough.
We need stone.
We at
All
least have the paper of the notebook. Let's make notes on that.
All right.
still gonna start
So
Tablet.
so I would like to
You do
go up
like-
to it, and there's a thing to the south of, or just at the entrance of the door, that's on the ground. In the notebook, it has an arrow pointed to it and says, "Who did this?"
I think that's a
It's-
door.
Yeah,
that
it's,
might be the door.
yeah. Alrighty. So investigating it, it is a huge stone slab, immense in weight. It must weigh tons.
That's kind
Does it look like it came off from the outside or the inside?
How would you
Kind-
tell?
How far away from the door is it? Is it like thrown a little bit, or does it look like it kind of just fell over?
It is further than if it simply fell over in the divot that it was sitting in.
To me, that sounds like something from the inside busted that out.
Is there any
Oh.
damage on the surface of it?
There's investigating it closer, you see that there looks like there's on the side facing up, there seems to be some sort of marks, like hooks were put into it or something.
So pulled rather than, okay.
Maybe, because there was also that guy earlier that we found with the notebook that had the huge claw gash in him.
I mean, he also had a ton of other wounds and stuff.
Would you say it's about similar size to the gash that we saw on the guy earlier?
It, kind of impossible to tell. One is a working on flesh and the other on stone. Although,
Oh, okay,
I do know a
so
bit about stone.
how about we ask our resident stone expert? How might this have, was this done by construction? Was this planned or anything like that? Or was this done by brute force? Or
well,
like by an animal?
well, as far as your party dwarf can tell, it was not due to some natural cause, right? Their seismic activity would have caused it to, or seismic activity or shift in the land would have likely caused it to collapse inward, not outward. So,
Yes.
and this was a huge stone slab thrown over, placed over this entryway.
Are these pillars around it? Are those the same stone as what the doorway's made out of?
Yes.
Okay. I must say, I'm really getting into the dwarf life. I just keep on getting to talk about stones.
We know if these stones have any engravings on them as well, or is it just like the tombstones?
The standing stones don't seem to have any notable engravings.
And this was the only mound that had the standing stones around them, right?
This, correct.
Well, maybe we should make a quick circuit around it and take our first tentative steps inside. Do we see anything odd on the backside, like a sunken entrance or anything?
No. Looks like a hill.
Well then, you guys ready?
Do we not want to like look around the area a little bit, make sure that nobody's gonna come in behind us or something like that?
Well, we are coming up here on the time where start getting dark here. I guess we should probably make the decision if we want to settle in for the night inside or try and run back. We're not gonna really want to cut that, in half and do it half-assed.
Are we getting close to sunset or?
No, you have, I'll say you have about 3 hours left with all that, dicking around.
Yeah, I think that we can either go in and explore around a little bit, or we could check out the area around on the surface for a little bit to look for any other groups around or anything that are just camping out in the area.
We might
We're
be
not-
able to see a fire if there was anyone else around.
That or like some kind of tent structure.
Probably the best place for looking around would be just standing on top of the hill, wouldn't it?
Do we know how long it would take to get back to that tiny town with the tavern? From where we are
You have
now?
3 hours until you need to leave there. You have 3 hours until you need to leave here to arrive back in town before the sun sets.
Okay, so it would reasonably take about 3 some odd ish hours to get back there.
No, it's go take us 3 hours before we need to. It's the point
What-
of no return before we can make it to town.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
Right. Let me try to illustrate with some shapes, fun shapes.
I love
Right.
shapes. Are they squares?
why-
Or
Yay, shapes.
Right. So you have the
Polygon?
length of the day, which is this big rectangle. Right. And then you have
coded?
time you need to do to trudge to the barrow mounds, and then time you need to trudge back from the barrow mounds. And then you have the actual period where you're making, the green, the cash monies.
The dick around time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
now that makes sense. Why
And
And
does
the rest of the time you work for the capitalist
So-
unearned.
So you need to make it back to town by this point at the very end, and if you don't, then you're going to arrive at back at town after sunset. So
Okay,
so hopefully that illustration was useful.
perfect.
Yeah. Am warrior, need pictures. No math, am stupid.
What is it? So do you guys want to go inside for like the whole night and try and come out in the morning the next day? Or would it be
mean,
more safe to try and go in during the day so we could retreat out of it?
I mean, we do need some sleep, and I don't think pulling an all-nighter, especially after getting a bunch of restless sleep the night before, would be most conducive to operations.
Yeah, I say we do like some recon now, figure out, okay, kind of what are we working with, what are we gonna need, and then we can go back to town before sunset, and then figure out what we need by whatever, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah, that
We
also
have
gives
like
us
3 hours.
I
Yeah,
like my
3
lamp.
hours should be enough time, yeah.
Light your lantern?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, you enter the mound.
I'm in preparation to. I'm in the back.
Oh yeah. So,
I guess I'll go first in there. I have a lantern as well that I'll be lighting.
I'll go second.
actually, as a dwarf, you have dark vision, so you don't actually need a lantern, but it's nice for the rest of the party that can't see in dark vision.
I'll turn it on halfway so I don't waste my oil.
It doesn't work like that.
Fuck.
You enter the mound and you see that on the floor there are what look like the remains of booted footprints and other sort of tracks all over the floor. There's bones all over the place, and there are 4 huge stone columns that support the structure. Between the pillars, there's an odd, rusty 6-foot-high tripod with a block and tackle suspended over the hole in the floor. A rope descends down into the darkness. I got a illustration for it.
Okay. You know what? Actually, does someone else want to carry? I'm gonna pull out my 10-foot pole instead of my lantern. Do you guys need the lantern?
I know we already have one person with the lantern, right?
I have
Yeah,
one,
I got-
yes.
Okay, so we could probably just get 2 people to hold up a lantern.
Yeah. So who's gonna be behind me in line?
I will be behind anybody.
Do you want this, or do you have your own light source then?
He should have his own light source.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just.
we all have lanterns.
I'm gonna pull out my pole and start tapping as we go inside.
So you descend down the rope.
Well, as I'm walking in and kind of looking around, does this entranceway go any farther back?
Nah.
What are the dimensions of the room? Does it sort of match with the outside of the mound, or
The dimensions of the room. Let me look. The inside of the mound is 60 by 60 feet, and seems to roughly seems to conform with the exterior of the mound.
okay?
What's off to the left and right there?
You see it goes off, and there's a bunch of there's some burial niches in the wall that you see that have all their contents seem to have been dumped onto the floor.
So it's kind of like the catacombs of Paris.
Yeah, somebody's looking for something.
A quick scan through our pages, because I know there was a couple maps in here, but it doesn't look like any of them match. Other than 8 was kind of close, but that one's a bronze statue. Yeah, bronze statue. I guess I'll be the first one down onto the hole. Does someone have to lower me on that thing, or is it like I pull myself?
You can go down yourself.
Okay.
And
I can pull myself up too, right? I don't want to be
Yeah.
stranded down.
yeah, you
Does
can.
this tripod look safe? Is the wood like rotted, or is it firm?
It seems firm. It's fairly new, actually.
Oh,
That's actually kind of suspect now that I'm thinking about that. Because that means that someone, well, we knew the person was here at least.
Yeah, we knew there was an expedition, and I don't think the ancient peoples who created these mounds put in a temporary pulley system with 3 poles leaning together.
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
rope also in good shape?
Oh yeah, it's in very good shape, actually.
Okay, I'll go down first then.
Alrighty.
Do I see
Follow.
anything below me before I start lowering myself?
You
Like a
see,
giant pit of lava or anything?
no, it goes down to a floor. You see, it looks like a room that's domed, and you're coming through like the top point of that domed room.
Okay. As soon as I'm inside the hole, I'm going to do a quick scan around the hole, 360 degrees. Do I see anything funky?
You see a hallway that goes off into the darkness, and that seems to be the only way.
Well, you see the Parliament Funkadelic in the corner. George Clinton rocking out.
And
Definitely
there's
disco
actually
ball.
an illustration for this.
Casey and the Sunshine Band. The Bee Gees. They're all there.
Cool.
Man, I'm loving this art.
Good art.
Very old school art.
I love ink art like that. Okay, I'll come down and I will go towards the hallway, but not actually enter it, and wait for everyone else to follow me down.
Alrighty, everyone goes down into the darkness, and we transition. This will take a minute to load. Meanwhile,
Say, I tried clicking off of this photo, it lagged.
oh yeah, it's gonna lag. Let me look at your inventories.
Say, this has been really good so far.
Gnarls just has a fuck ton of rations.
Well, it's 7 for. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I mean, leave it empty so you can carry treasure, but
I'll throw food away if there's treasure to be carried.
I mean that's fair. Girly, this is
We
good.
could always make like a stockpile and come back to it as well.
Also, I was meaning to ask you, Panda, why do you have 50 feet of chain?
I don't know. Sounded like something useful to have.
Also, you can't use your lantern while it's in your pack. It has to be in your equip items.
Okay, well, that's all right. I can't freaking use it anyways, but I might need to switch that pole then.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's me.
Let's see here.
One moment before you start moving your tokens around, Firstly, I'm going to have to drag my perspective over to where you are. Alrighty, so you should all be able to see your tokens over here.
Yep.
Investigating the room, looking around the room, actually, you see there's a bit of graffiti on the wall that seems to be painted in either blood or red paint. You're not sure, but it says "Embrace Death."
Oh, that's where you got that from.
So it's not just general life advice.
I'm getting a black screen on my end.
It might
Zoom out, and
yeah,
then
it's way in the corner, or way in the left side.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm frozen. Oh no, mine keeps freezing up.
Yeah, don't scroll and zoom at the same time. That's what was freezing me for a little bit.
You might have to end up using a different web browser.
And we reload.
Alrighty. And how big are these squares?
10 foot.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this dungeon really stresses the limits of Roll20.
Ah, I'm good.
Alrighty.
I'm PG.
I can control my characters. Just got a bit lag. Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
let's try and restrict the token moving as much as we can with how big the dungeon is.
Yeah, also there's another illustration as you look into the darkness. The dark hallway and the eerie silence.
So this room that we're in is the domed room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there footprints down here too?
There seem to be like shuffling on the floor, and then it sort of peters off into nothing as it goes down the hallway.
It's a
Right.
badass photo or
They
drawing.
must have left some sort of markers to remember their way. Unless somebody erased them so that
they
they
drew-
were lost.
They drew a map, didn't they?
For some rooms.
It seems the notebook did contain maps. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Do I notice anything interesting about the stone? Like it's different from above or
Not remarkable.
Okay. I'm going to take a little mental note of it and so I can compare it
so-
to maybe lower levels.
In the dome room you're in, there are worn frescoes of a burial procession leading to a Barrowmound a Barrowmine line. There are frescoes of people bringing bodies to Barrowmounds that lie frescoes which line the room. Bones littered to the floor, and you see booted footprints that head east before trailing out. Rubbles and debris throughout. Smell of dampness and death. It is also shockingly quiet.
Quiet as a tomb in here.
That was good.
The stillness of the grave.
All right.
Whoa,
So, do we want to follow the footsteps or tread our own path and do our own investigation?
Well, they seem to be all right for a while. It's just I don't know when their adventuring went bad. I guess it kind of depends on how many trails off you can go here.
Well, if we look at page 6, it says entry D. Is that
Duh.
duh or
It looks like a duh.
entry duh is?
Oh, you're right. So we shouldn't go left.
Yeah, I think that this is legitimate first place. So we should not go left first, but there is apparently a storage room that should just be a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it's this spot here.
Yeah.
This barrow we're in, what direction is it relative to the town we were just in?
It is to the south of the town.
And where did we meet the guy who died and gave us this notebook?
To the east of the town.
So either he came out the way we did and staggered northeast until he got to where we met him, or he wandered through here and emerged from some other place.
Or he got killed somewhere else entirely unrelated.
Good.
I mean, his only thing was I was underground in the barrow, and here's some shit I did. And we know now that he was here because he has the notebook with the map that clearly corresponds to where we are. So, right now I'm going to assume the two are related.
Yeah, I feel like he probably just came out and staggered to where we found him.
Then why didn't he go to the town if he was, dying? Or maybe
He said that there was someone not trustworthy there.
So you're suggesting he might have left, made his way east of the town, and then was killed there.
Well, he was slashed up. Maybe he was trying to run from it. And whenever he was running from there and the snitch people in the town he was also running for.
Was he slashed in the front or the back?
He was slashed he had a gash in the front of his chest.
So he could not have been running, he must have been fighting. Or maybe whoever did it surprised him and he didn't have a chance to turn around or whatever. So
I'm just going to say, I think that is most likely that this entire
complex
complex is quite extensive. In fact, if we have anything to go by the fact that that one Karen out there had strong foundations, which is what it sounds like it did, then that means that this extends at least out to there. We don't know how deep this is. We don't know how wide it is. But I think that we should consider it having at least branches of multiple entrances, kind of like the Paris catacombs.
It could lead into the other barrows in the area.
It could
come
be
out through them.
It could be 150 feet across. Huge.
Very huge. You guys want to start walking?
Yeah, let's start walking. Let's follow the map on page 6 currently.
So I'm gonna go forward, tapping away on my stick.
yeah, just don't go up that north passage there.
Yeah.
Clearly says don't do that.
Well, Maybe
let-
it was a lie and he's saying no as yes.
I think we should probably stick with common understandings of the words in the language we all speak before we start.
I mean, if you want, you can test that out yourself.
Oh
Also-
no, I'm good.
Also, these white blocks are like these half white things are doors. White are wooden doors. You see. on
Yeah,
the wall.
and they
So
align.
the
with
X's
the
on the
X's.
map are wooden doors.
Let's figure out
are
what
they-
the S's are.
Are they open when we go by them?
No, they're
would
closed.
we-
They're closed. You'd see through them if they were open.
Okay. I'm gonna keep on tapping.
Did you already move forward?
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Uh,
I'm about 3 squares down.
oh, I see.
Um,
We gotta move.
Okay, this is knocked over there, so the
You see a-
W's I think are the shattered walls or windows. But I
There's
will.
a bunch of rubble on the floor over here,
Yeah.
and somebody pieced out. I think that was RDP. Yeah.
see.
Yeah, moving characters is pretty internet tough.
I mean, I can do it a lot more easily.
I can handle mine pretty well, so I can move forward since I'll be in the lead. You can bring up everyone behind. Can I look at this door here to our right?
Sure. It is a. One moment. It is a wooden door.
Ah. Okay. Can I try opening it?
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm not very good with these OSRs. Is opening doors something common that will kill me? Like, should I push it with my stick?
Do it and find out.
I'm gonna push it with my stick.
It's always a good idea to push things with your stick in these games.
Alrighty.
It's
So
either that, or I could break it with my mace.
you open the door.
Ooh. It's another door. You know what? Let's keep on moving up and to the left here so we can hit that stash. Maybe we can have a little bit of extra money next time we come through. So I'm gonna move up here. I'll try and do it kind of slowly. Each square I'm kind of just tapping.
Alrighty.
We're reasonably experienced adventure persons. We would have heard of the terror of barrow traps or whatever. Or certainly the notebook that's all covered in blood would make us wary, so that's fine.
Yes, definitely.
Wait a minute. Is the entrance to number 1 up here, or is it in the S area, or
S
through that
area?
door?
Are you talking about the
On
one
page
right
6.
below it?
Yeah.
It could be.
There's also
I had a
three
feeling it
dots.
might be up and around from the looks of it. But
yeah,
let's
that's
try
good.
that room. You're right. That one has a door into it. No other entrance connecting really has a door. So,
There's also those triple dots, which we'll see what those represent.
we'll hit that next. So I am going to try hitting or pushing this door open with my stick.
One moment.
Sure.
Alrighty. You open the door. On the inside of the room, you see that 3 polished skulls sit on a dusty table over on this side, this wall. And the room seems otherwise empty.
Nothing on the far wall.
No.
If I wanted to test for hidden doors, would I need to go in for it?
Yes.
Okay. I will take one step in, Now, if I test for that, will it check the whole room, or would it be like whatever I'm next to?
It'll check the whole room.
Okay, I'll
Oh.
do that then.
Although I should note that having the whole party search dramatically will dramatically increase your likelihood of success.
All right. Everyone else willing to help
Yeah,
with that?
yeah, we got the
Yeah.
map. We know that there should be something around here.
I'd be willing to help if my screen wasn't still black and I'm still having lag issues with Roll20.
You should be able to control your character.
Should.
Have you tried zooming out as far as you can?
Yeah, I have. I think it's just Roll20 is lagging, and I'm on a Surface, and so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it in terms of like GPU or screen requirements or any of that weird technical crap.
You know what? Maybe I can share my screen to the Discord and you can watch it through there.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, let me clean some of this up.
I'll move
know what
RDP.
the Sorry, go ahead.
I'll move RDP token in the meantime.
Oh, cool.
Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck happened. So many Roll20 sessions, and this one it just fucking decides to crap out on me.
I'll go as low as I can. A decently beefy one as well.
yeah. So searching the.
Is that good for you?
Searching the room, you find a secret door over here.
Oh man,
Hey, told you.
good call. Good call. I guess. Do we have to do anything to open it, or
Nothing
Does it
special. You
automatically
can just open it.
okay? I guess I will open it then with my stick.
Alrighty. And you do so. On the inside, you see that it is a small, looks like it's a small room, and there seems to be some equipment in there. There's a small sack of coins, a pair of sledgehammers, 6 pints of oil, and bundles of iron spikes, 24 in total.
Iron spikes for climbing.
Maybe they're clat traps. So 2
The-
sledgehammers. I'll take one of those sledgehammers.
How about the coins?
We'll split them between everyone.
Yeah, it's a
Actually, you know what? We have a party inventory. Why don't we just list everything in there?
Yeah, we just distribute it evenly, like a communist state.
Can you see my screen
How dare
fine,
you.
RDP?
Yeah, I could see it.
Okay, can someone else write that stuff into the spreadsheet so I can keep that up for them?
I mean, Demon was supposed to be the party quartermaster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for a reminder there. Okay.
I'm shit at typing, so
So we
it would probably
got-
take me like a half hour to get through
You
writing
said
every time we find things.
50 iron spikes.
Got it down. 2
20
sledgehammers.
Yeah, 2 sledgehammers, 24 iron spikes, 3 flasks of oil, 15 coins. And yeah, that should be it.
Okay. Do you think those skulls are? Did you say they were like jeweled skulls or just normal skulls?
They were polished.
Mm.
So normal
Okay.
skulls, but you know,
Dolled up a little bit.
mhm.
You said 15 coins?
Yes. They're platinum coins.
Platinum. Thank you.
Oh,
Alright.
sweet.
So that's 15 divided by. Well, no, let's just keep it in
You can
party
just type
loot.
flats. Well, we can look it all up.
Yeah, don't bother dividing your treasure shares until you know who survived. Also, RDP, you see ambling out of the darkness from down the hallway a bunch of undead.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Got company, boys.
Okay.
Who's your character, RDP? Is it the knight guy?
Yeah, Garrus, the knight.
Okay.
So we roll initiative. Alrighty, friendlies get to go first.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, because I pulled out that stick, I think I'm a little bit heavier. Can I just drop my pole, and that will let me move a little bit faster?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna drop my pole where I'm at then. And they're coming from the eastern direction, right?
Correct.
Okay, let me look how far I can move. 40 and squares are 10, so that's 4 squares.
You shouldn't be able to move 40.
I might be wrong. Then.
No, you should be able to move 30.
Oh, yeah. Other one. Okay, 30. So
These are 10-foot squares?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's as far as you can move.
Okay. Is anyone else taking up some Vanguard with me here?
I will.
Alrighty, I'll move him.
Turn undead is not effective, right?
It said in the notebook it wasn't.
But can you?
They
I'm-
have resistance, not that. It's not.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should try it anyway, just to see.
Would be a good one to do since we're going to be kind of taking off after this. Back
All
to
right,
the-
then I'll use my turn to do that, and then everybody else is gonna have to, defend for me.
Alrighty. So, you gonna try to turn undead?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, roll 2d6 and you get a -1. And then you consult your turning table.
So that's a 7.
Oh, that means
Turning table. Do I have that?
so these are. Let me double check the hit dice on these monsters. You can see it in the cleric class description on the SRD website. One moment. These are already, so they're already. They are. Your turning is not strong enough to turn them.
Is that would I know that like I rolled shitty or that they're special and it normally should have been?
You rolled shitty. Basically, what?
Okay.
So I'll just tell you, right? Basically, what being in the Barrow Mounds does is turning attempts in the Barrow Mounds are made at a -1, essentially. So
Yeah. So I'm not so familiar with OSE that I like know what a good roll looks like.
Alrighty.
So like, what should I want to roll on my 2d6 here?
You wanted to roll high.
And 7 wasn't high enough, huh?
Correct. Which means you also know that they are not one hit dice monsters.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Anyway, that's what I do.
Alrighty.
I don't think I can do anything else other than just move up. Yeah, I think I'm good then.
Alright.
A quick question on the abilities and skills. I can only use those like once, right?
Depends on the ability. Right, so your combat, so like your resilience talent is just a constant thing. Your mighty deeds die is going to be relevant when you make an attack roll.
Okay.
Also, RDP, I believe has, in his Garrus character has, no, he doesn't have it immediately equipped, so he couldn't retrieve and throw the javelins in one go.
We do have those 24 iron spikes. Were those like kind of claptrap spikes where you throw them and people can walk over them, or is it
No,
like
You mean caltrops?
the,
Yeah, Caltrap. You say
Call-
Claptrap, I'm like the annoying robot from Borderlands, but
no, those would be caltrops. Those were not caltrops. Anyway,
Okay.
any actions from the back rank with Gnarls or Benedict?
I only have melee stuff, so I guess I will shuffle forward.
plays a tune?
I mean, sure, it doesn't have any effects yet.
It makes
I-
me feel good.
Yeah, but I will jam out a little bit and give some noise to this dead tomb.
I will begin pulling an oil flask out of my backpack.
does the bard just start playing the opening to Welcome
Alright.
to the Jungle?
If you
I don't
since
know,
you're
some
still
sort of,
since you're still in the same square, you have two actions. You can pull out a oil flask and then throw it.
how far away is that?
20, 30,
2,
40,
3,
50.
So it's in the second range increment, so you don't get any bonus to hit. But you
Okay,
can make an
I'll give her
attack.
a toss.
Can I add perversity to that roll?
No, perversity is not a thing that exists in
Should I just roll like my ranged weapon attack, like my dagger?
Yeah, ranged weapon attack. So they have an armor class of 12. Sorry, 11. They have an armor class of 11, so they're pretty easy to hit.
Ooh,
And then you roll a d6 for damage, I believe.
is it D6 or 2D6?
One moment. It's over 2 turns, and just checking. It's actually a d8. You get to roll for the firebomb.
Excellent.
So 4 points of damage to one of them.
Nice.
Alrighty. Now it is the enemy turn. They have a movement rate of 40. So they will be able to close and attack as these shambling parodies of life. Their rotten flesh attack at you with their great clawed hands. One will attack. Also, if you could stop dropping shit in the chat, it interferes with my ability to click on stuff on the right side of my screen.
No.
One hits RDP, Garrus, dealing 5 points of
Oh.
damage.
Fuck.
Next round. Enemies get to go first.
Bastards.
Second one hits, dealing another 5 points of damage to Garrus. Friendlies get to go now.
I will hit the guy in front of me with my warhammer or mace. Let me double check. That's the same damage still. I think it is.
I also don't have any attack options for my character on roll 20.
You do have attack options under weapons.
Oh.
These guys are still on fire from that flat firebomb, right?
Yes, one moment. I'll roll that.
Okay.
This guy takes 5 more points of damage. So he has taken 9 points of damage altogether.
Can I throw one of the oil flasks that we just got up here?
No,
what-
oil flasks, you need specifically a firebomb.
To
I
the
draw out a
so I
javelin and
can't
throw it
just
at them?
okay. So I can't just coat it with oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I able to reach over Thratmit's shoulder and stab this guy right in front of him?
No, you don't have enough combat width. Right, because
I thought-
Thratmit has a width of 5, and RDP here says width of 4, and this is a 2.
Fine, can I throw my dagger?
It's not an indirect weapon, so no.
No. Okay, I don't know what to do.
I'll
pull out a
swing.
javelin and stab one of them in the head.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
first see if you... Oh, you get a +1 to hit and damage.
Cool. So do I roll? I'm assuming I roll d6.
I rolled it for you since I assumed you're still having technical difficulties. And you missed.
Fuck.
So if I were to swing at this guy in front of me, I would roll Mighty Deeds and then my attack?
Yes.
Okay. Fail on that.
Aim
And...
needs some calibration.
13. I do
13.
5 damage to it.
So you finally do enough damage to destroy this first living dead.
Were these zombies or skeletons?
They're more like zombie-ish.
Okay. Must be still the fresh tombs.
Well, if I can't hit with my axe from where I am, I might as well try to turn undead again, huh?
You can
If I can't hit with, if I can't hit with my axe and I can't throw my dagger,
I could move up a little bit farther. I do have a shield, so I'm pretty tanky. I attacked once. If I move up to here,
Mhm.
could he, like, bunch in between us?
Yes.
Okay.
oh, okay. I guess I'll just do that then.
I'm not going to move up too far, because I'm kind of putting myself in a shit position here.
Yeah, you're surrounded by 3 of them.
Yeah. At least if I need to back off, I can fall into this room behind us. Or behind me.
Alright, so I'm gonna whack away with my battle axe.
Alrighty, so roll your attack. Alrighty, so that hits 3 damage.
We...
Excellent.
I'm gonna
These guys
whack
are
one with my
nothing.
javelin again. Is it my turn still? Are they ready? Go a turn. Wait, I already went. My bad, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, I already rolled for you.
I think that's everyone.
Yeah, so next round, or no, the enemies get to go now. I believe.
I think they went this turn before us, didn't they?
I rolled a d6, which rolled high, and then all of you went.
Oh, yeah.
Every turn we decided over and over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one attack against Thratmit. Miss. Another attack against RDP. Miss. Next round. Enemies get to go first. They both miss. Friendlies get to act now.
I'm going to smack this guy directly in front of me.
Alright.
And that will be a mighty deed.
So
plus
plus 1.
1 to hit. Fuck. That's an @1.
Ones in a row.
Want me to roll for you, RDP?
Yes, please. I like to whack the motherfucker again with my javelin.
Don't you mean your sword?
Oh, wait, my sword.
Javelin's just a long sword.
Oh, I thought javelin was like, I thought the javelin like where you throw it type of javelin.
I was thinking
You
it
have
was.
those, but you don't have it in your equip slot. It's in your pack.
Oh,
Anyway, you do 8 points of damage to this guy.
awesome.
It is kind of like a sword.
Which will be enough to kill him.
Awesome.
These guys are nothing.
And then, is our boy Malachi gonna move up through the gap?
Yeah. What are the rules on how often I can do turn undead?
Basically once per combat.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll just move up and whack at a zombie again.
It seems to be the best way of killing these guys.
You know, turn undead sure as hell didn't work.
I mean, if turn undead did work, then they'd all just immediately be destroyed. Oh, hey, you did 8 points of damage.
Should have been a fighter.
Wait a second. Let me double check that. That doesn't seem right.
Battle axe is 1d8.
Your
No, it should be
first-
1d6. Right, in the new equipment list and weapons, right? So a battle axe listed number 4 on the weapon sheet does should do 1d6 explanation point damage. So
Can I roll that? I'll change it on my thing, but
Yeah,
can I roll? Okay.
yeah, that thing will actually roll it. So you can just hit battle axe attack again, and we'll use the new damage value regardless of attack value. 3.
So the exclamation point is exploding dice.
Correct.
Okay.
Alrighty, next turn.
Can't get over how badass this hallway picture was, though.
Alrighty, enemies get to go first. One gets Thratmit, the other against Malachi. They both miss. Friendlies get to go.
The art reminds me of the entry to the Tomb of Horrors.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I go.
Fail on my mighty deed, and
2 points of
18.
damage.
2 points. And that was to the guy right in front of me.
Yep.
Whack!
It works. You do 5 points of damage.
Damn.
Pretty good.
I'm impressed with myself.
Now I'm less impressed with you.
Shh.
I assume
Praise Malachi.
The dwarf could have done better.
I assume Garrus is going to do the intelligent thing, use one action to retrieve his javelin, and the second action to chuck it. Since he can use, since javelins have indirect attack.
Indeed. I'm gonna try to throw it between the shoulders. Please, I want the motherfuckers.
Perfect music for the encounter.
Yes, it
So
sounds very horror-like.
Definitely getting vibes of like pixel-based game with it.
alrighty. So is that all friendly actions? Sorry, Heretic, you're back there in the back rank, not doing much.
Well, I can't attack from the second rank with my staff, can I? Does it ever reach or no?
No.
I brought sleep, guys. I'm sorry because of the frog people and the jackals.
That's alright.
Mm-hmm.
These guys aren't much of a challenge anyways.
Well, I mean, they've
Uh,
certainly taken a beating. Anyway, so I believe that is next round.
Yes.
Enemies get to go first. Both miss. Friendlies get to go.
Mighty Deed. Warhammer. 8.
8 does not
Good.
hit.
Fuck.
I tried to jab at him again with my javelin.
Mm-hmm.
You just read my mind.
Does a 14 hit?
It does. And
And
you
they take 4 damage.
and you destroy that one.
And I think you got a 4 with your javelin.
Yeah, yeah. So that missed. You want to move up and surround this last one there, Malachi? Get that sweet flanking.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
bully the zombie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, oh, what's that thing all over? It's gonna be like Troik all over again.
We can fully surround this.
yes,
like,
we can.
completely.
Win
Huge
point
forward.
gains a +1 to hit and damage.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
So that also means Benedict can actually contribute to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Benedict? If you get an attack here, you'll get the first one.
We will give you the honor. of
Watch it turn and hit me in one shot.
They'll break something.
Save the best for last.
Is your character is his low or guitar smoking?
No. But that would be pretty awesome. A guitar
Shredding
that's
so hard.
well, that, or I was thinking more like a guitar that's also blunt.
Go hit someone with it?
Are you going to attack or not?
In all versions. Is that, are we good to attack?
Yeah, you have an action left over, Benedict.
All right.
9.
9 does not hit, so we move on to the next round.
I would bring the longsword too.
Friendlies get to go first, so you may act again.
Benedict, do you want to start this one off?
Yeah, but I'd also like to fail completely.
All right. I think that one
I also failed.
Let's see here.
It's a very dodgy zombie.
So you get
Less dodgy.
so you
Okay,
do 4 points of damage, actually.
Oh yeah.
Still
Still not enough.
Family Guy.
And Garrus is finally in range to attack. And misses, which means now the Raphis Undead will attack Thramit. And miss. Next round.
Stupid zombies.
It hits Thramit for 6 points of damage.
Ugh. Just a flesh wound.
And now friendlies get to act.
Who did it hit?
That
Your,
would be me.
yeah, your dwarf friend.
Fine.
Where is the HP in this again? Wasn't it somewhere weird?
It's under the combat section.
Yeah,
Monsters?
It's about halfway down the character sheet.
For reference, I have HP 6 total.
I'm down to 4 actually now.
I think 6
I
does
was
not
at
do it.
10. Is it our turn then?
yeah.
Okay. Does that hit?
Garrus. No, you need at least an 11 to hit.
Why did we suddenly become incompetent?
Oh, he goes this way with the last one.
Last frickin' zombie.
If it
Just-
keeps up with us, I'm just gonna tie it down with my chains.
Why don't we? It's clearly at least as competent as we are. Why don't we just make it our pet?
Oh, you know what? I got 50, 50
Alrighty.
feet here. We can
Next
chain it
round-
up.
Next round, and you get
Good.
to all act again.
We got 10-foot poles. You can keep it away. It'll be fine.
I'm just imagining like the Benny Hill theme that's playing.
There we go. That's more like.
Of course, someone has it on cue.
Alrighty,
I
so
will go, and
Garrus actually destroys the last of the zombies.
holy shit,
Allahu
Garrus! I didn't
Akbar.
even see you. I had a pretty good roll there. Where was that?
Thus ending combat.
Huzzah! That one decent.
I play a little tune in celebration. I'm like, I talk about the bravery of Thratmit, and the hopes for their quick recovery from their wounds.
Notably not Garrus, who's on 1 HP.
I completely forgot who the other person was. So yes, Garrus too, for his bravery and success in defeating the last zombie.
More important thing is that you're celebrating the dwarf.
Alrighty,
Should we
so
fall back to the safety of the town since one of us is gravely wounded?
Yeah, we probably should. We got
It's
some
about that
gold
time.
here.
Yeah.
alrighty. I'll just if you're just gonna extricate yourself and you're that close.
Do you want to also get the other stash? Because there's another on the map.
Let me look it up here. We are pretty close to it.
It's literally right there.
Can I try, or can we try the find hidden doors on this section north of my icon?
Or through your icon? Yeah, sure. One moment.
I think that there's something up there at that no section. That just seems too suspicious.
1.
On no on page 6.
Especially if he
should
didn't trust
be-
somebody. Maybe he wrote no, to confuse them in case they looked in his journal.
Yeah,
That's what I was
possibly.
thinking.
But there should be something right here.
Yeah,
There's 5 spruces.
opening this, you find a secret door and open it
Sweet.
into a small area. One
Full of
moment.
snakes.
Inside is a wooden bucket that sits in the corner of the room. There's a small
Privy.
there's a small pile of rags that's piled on the floor.
Is this a privy?
I don't know.
Does it smell like there's urine in here?
I mean, it generally smells pretty bad. Not fresh urine, at least.
That'd be really weird to have a bathroom down here, though.
A bathroom behind a secret door, no less.
Yeah, this is very odd. Can I tap the floor in there?
Executive bathroom.
Sure,
Like the first square, and then maybe look up.
sure, yeah.
Tomb of Horrors has me very nervous about anything on the fucking ceilings.
Alrighty, going in, looking up, tapping with your pole, and you don't see or find anything.
Can I look in the bucket?
You look in the bucket. It's not pretty.
No.
What's in the bucket?
You don't want to know what's in the bucket.
He asked.
it's shit. Okay,
Zombie shit.
it's probably zombie shit. Let's see here. There is one more stash here down and to the right. Do you guys want to attempt that? I'm not sure what else will be down here. We might run into more trouble going that far in.
I mean, we've made a lot of headway.
I mean, it should literally just be right here, shouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. I'll let you go first, though, then. Because I'm
Oh,
getting kind of low.
Oh, I'll take the 5. I'll take the pole then.
Yeah, I'll hand it off to you for now.
All right. What is this thing
Well,
right
look
in
at
front of
it.
us?
I want my pole
Oh, yeah,
back.
that is a bricked up doorway. There's actually an illustration for it.
Hmm.
Bricked up doorway. That probably means something is
Behind there?
on purpose. Well, it's been hidden on purpose.
Look at these bricks. Is there anything funky about
What you want to bet that you have to Diagon Alley this and tap the bricks in the right order?
Is that
well,
Tim the Enchanter?
it may be Tim the Enchanter. But yeah,
It's definitely Tim the Enchanter.
the bricks don't seem to be made of the same material as, or at least be of the same make as most of the rest of the construction.
Can I-
Well,
sledgehammers, right?
we have a dwarf here.
Yes, I will lick the bricks. Do they taste different?
They
to
def-
the-
they definitely have a distinct flavor from the bricks in the wall right next to it.
I don't know, guys.
Cool
These bricks
Ranch.
are odd. The bricks of this, they taste like swamp bricks. This brick here, this tastes like door bricks.
Extra spicy Cheetos.
All right, can you figure out which one's been touched recently?
Do any of them look like they might have like I don't know, like a push or like slightly pushed in more?
No, but
or
you
less
get.
than the rest?
But no, it does seem to be actually of brick and mortar construction and not some fancy contraption designed to befuddle you.
We do have 2 sledgehammers.
That's the odd thing. If they have sledgehammers in a stash, and then there's another stash linked with the sledgehammers.
Actually, looking around, you realize that this rubble over here is of similar bricks, and there's an
Oh.
archway here into this room.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll take a swing at it then. Can I, try and pop off, a single brick and look inside without destroying the whole thing?
I
Not
got a lantern.
not really. It's gonna take a good couple of minutes to get it properly broken down.
Okay. I'll try breaking it down. At least, like, I'll try and keep my damage as minimal as possible, so I can
Yeah, and
not
then
hook up the whole thing.
I'll use a lantern to give us some light inside.
Yeah, because I have a very nasty feeling. It's like an animal or something in there that's gonna like jump out as soon as we open it.
I mean, there's not really a good way to like pop out like a single brick out of a brick house, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about like trying to hit into like
iron
one of the
spikes.
quarters, maybe.
And the iron spikes, you could actually just bash in the
Ooh.
mortar around one single brick.
Oh yeah, you can spend
Yeah,
a bit.
That is a resident wizard idea there.
all right.
Hey,
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay.
Alrighty, you spend a minute doing that, and you see darkly inside. It looks like especially with your dark vision, you see that it's a 20-foot by 20-foot room of some sort with lined with burial alcoves and a statue of some sort or figure or something in the middle of the room.
Okay,
Could I take
not
my
like-
lantern? Can I take my lantern out and shine light inside?
I mean, you have a dwarf that can see in dark vision, so
Well, what color is the statue?
color?
Yeah.
It's stone, so gray.
Okay, so not a bronze statue.
I don't know,
Okay.
guys. This seems like a weird place for a stash right now. I feel like
Agreed.
burial mounds might equal more zombies.
he said burial alcoves, didn't he?
Yes, they're alcoves, like in the wall.
Like those alcoves on the way when we came in with the tripod, they were all like all the contents were pulled out. Remember?
Yeah.
Do you
yeah,
guys think it would be a good idea to break in real quick then?
I mean, we have the sledgehammers, right?
Yeah,
wanna
I
go
just
home
want to break in
empty-handed.
and yeah, I guess I'll hit off the rest of it then and open it up.
Alrighty. It'd be faster if two of you did it at the same time.
Melchi, or
Malachi.
Malachi, would you like to join me in some therapeutic rock smashing?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'll give him the second sledgehammer then.
Alrighty, you spend a good couple minutes going to town at this bricked up wall before it finally gives way. Inside, you can see more clearly that it is a statue of some sort of demon. There's two bags besides the statue, each holding one holding hundreds of silver pieces and the other holding hundreds of gold pieces.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
And there's
Um,
like 100 burial alcoves over the perimeter of the room.
this is so
Jackpot.
fucking trap.
This is a trap.
ha-
I am going nose goes on in there. Someone can take my pole if you want to attempt it.
do we have any way of getting those bags and dragging them towards us without actually going in place?
Well,
Somebody's
I
got
well-
chains, right?
well I equipped all of you, so I happen to know none of you have a grappling hook.
I do have chains though.
And we have a spike.
What if we, I don't know, chain something to the end of, or attach something to the end of the chain and hooked it?
Well, we could take the spike and wedge it into one of the end chains.
Oh
And
yeah, we
use
could.
that as a ghetto grappling hook potentially.
Yeah, we could actually stick a couple in there because I don't think one would be perfect.
Cool.
Does this seem possible, Kilroy?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do that.
Who's gonna
What's
toss
the best thing for throwing?
Who's gonna toss the ghetto grappling hook?
What would be good for that? Is it a throwing thing?
Yeah, it would be a
On here?
dex thing.
I'm at 10.
Dex.
Didn't we have a thrower in here?
My dex is 12.
Better than me. Melky, you
Oh,
have
I have a
actual
15 dex.
Malachi.
Oh,
Okay,
there
do
you
it.
go. There you go.
Gnarls, you get it then.
All right, make some space for me.
Make a dex check when you get a chance.
Reminder: we may need to run for the entrance. So
Yeah, I'm getting on the far side. I'm kind of a fat little dwarf.
Ooh.
Alrighty, so he throws the ghetto grappling hook and he like hooks onto the sack, but it's so old and decrepit that as he drags it, the sack just sort of bursts and drags a bunch of coins across the floor. And he retrieves only a bit of rag.
That's terrible.
We can come back for it, guys. I think it might be better to.
I just run in. I run in and grab it.
Alrighty, he runs
I'm
in and
running for the door.
okay.
he
Wow.
runs in
Running
and,
for the door.
he runs in and grabs it, and nothing happens.
Yeah. I start filling my backpack full of gold.
You do so. 400 gold pieces.
Woohoo!
Fuck
Yeah, the
guys, we're good.
party's
do.
rich.
Alright. Wait, whoa, oh, we're doing equal splits. That's right.
We are doing
Oh, it
good.
all goes into the party pot.
Somebody come in here for the silver at least. Come
That's
on.
400 gold. You said correct?
Yes. And 300
Somebody help
silver.
with the silver. I can't carry all this. I'm just a wizard.
All right, 300 silver. All right.
I will stand by the door. You can hand it to me, and I'll carry it the rest of the way. But I'm not going in that room.
I just
I would
came
like
in
to
here. I'm
look
the
at that.
I
squishiest
don't-
guy.
Hold
I
on,
don't trust
I'm
that
looking
room.
at that demon statue. Has it changed at all? Anything along those lines?
No.
Spit on it.
You do so.
All right, are you guys? Come on. I mean, I'm gonna start looking in the burial alcoves. Is there anything in them?
There's 146 of them, so it's going to take a while to search them all.
Let me check.
Might
Like,
need to come
a
back for
few.
that one.
You do
Which one looks most interesting to a dwarf's eyes?
you do see there's maybe like a silver coin here and there, scattered, placed in some of the different alcoves.
Yeah, come on, guys. There's treasure in here. Let's go.
Very.
It's
How
wait.
they get ya? This
Demons
is how
waiting
they
for
get ya.
everybody to come into
It's
attack.
all gonna
Like,
be
come
fine
on.
until the very last one, and then it's gonna be a giant spike wall and crushes the whole room.
They already would
I
have
want to
happened.
remind everyone that I'm very badly injured and I need medical assistance.
Yeah.
Are you saying you've fallen and can't get up?
Have you been very badly burned?
Yes. I haven't been very badly burned. I've been attacked by zombies. I've been attacked by zombies.
stabbed.
I've been very badly slashed. I think I can get up on my own two legs.
Anyway, so you all go in there and start searching burial alcoves.
I think at least one person should keep it.
Oh, I'm staying out here with the injured dude.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
injured as
go.
well.
I'll
I'll
go
stay
in.
out here.
So
I'm gonna be right on the entrance.
I mean, it's going to take longer.
I mean, I can't pick up all this silver because I assume because I just picked up all the gold. So somebody needs to grab the silver, and I'll search burial alcoves.
You know
while
what?
Somebody picks up the silver.
Then
I-
from
I
you,
think-
and you can search.
I wonder if 400 pieces of gold is fine for now. I mean, if it's still here when we get back tomorrow, then we'll grab
it
it. And
isn't?
if it's not, then it's fine.
It's
400
not
pieces.
fine.
Well,
Let's-
because if we don't leave in time to get back before sundown, we have to be in the swamp after dark.
Well,
it's
and
gonna take
an
you,
injured
it's gonna take you
Yeah.
10 minutes to pick up 400 silver pieces. You might as well just do it, right?
How much time do we have before we have to leave?
you haven't actually been here all that much time, so you probably got like another 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
Then we'll just search and get
Take the
it.
time and do it. Yeah.
I'll search while whoever is picking up the silver. I'll just search
I'll pick up
alcoves.
the silver. I'll walk behind everyone and kind of just grab the nit bits that are left over.
I'd like to check out the demon statue.
Alrighty.
Imagine I'm just fading in and out of consciousness as I hear everyone just discussing the treasure.
Don't we have a cleric or something to heal him?
I'm
Yeah.
a cleric.
Yes, but you don't get healing spells at first level.
Right.
So a good deal of time passes.
Bleeds out.
Is there anything of note about this demon statue any words on it, any indication on why it was made or anything along those lines?
No, it's just a demon statue. And searching the burial alcoves for a while, you ultimately come up with a total of 666 silver pieces.
Woohoo!
All right.
Ominous.
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
actually ominous.
Well, we get
Well, that doesn't-
900. It's not ominous. We get 966 silver from this route, so there's nothing ominous about it. What are you talking?
Was it 400 silver in the bag or 300?
It was 300 silver in the bag.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
And
400.
400 gold.
Mhm.
It's a very specific quantity of silver.
I think
sure
we
it's just
should
a
maybe
coincidence.
leave one behind. I don't know.
965. Take that with us and leave
Anyway,
one behind.
we're coming towards the end of the session time, though. So, you want to wrap things up, or just leave it here for next week?
Yeah, let's head back. We got an
Yeah.
injured person. We don't want to trigger any more zombos.
I'm gonna take one of the silver pieces and I'm gonna flick it over to the demon statue's foot.
Alrighty, it clinks to the ground.
All right, let's get out of here.
Alrighty, I'll just since you are still like within sight of the entrance, I'll just cut you over. And you move.
So we went, to be clear, from traveling for 2 gold apiece as guards to 15 platinum, 400 gold, 965 silver.
Hey,
And
we could make off with just this entranceway
Yeah,
if we didn't do more in there.
you coming back into town, as the sun sets, and with huge sacks of gold coins, and you're beaten and
how
bloody.
hideable is the money?
I mean, how hard do you want to work to hide it?
Yeah, could we
Very
divide it among
hard.
ourselves so that it's not really noticeable? Yeah.
I'd like it
We're
to
going
be
to-
completely unnoticeable, if at all possible.
On kind of like a related note for next session, we're going to need to find somewhere to hide this stuff in town. So we need to find someone trustworthy that we could keep it with, or
I
How
mean,
about we convert it into gems?
The priest might be.
I mean,
I
there's
don't
a-
trust Yeggs.
The
there's
Priest of Yig, yeah.
Yeah.
well,
we could bury it in with the guy that we got the notebook from.
I mean, there is a jeweler / banker in town.
Yeah, let's convert
Yeah,
it into
we'll
gems.
go there. Wait. They said that the barkeep was kind of trustworthy.
He just said he was a cool guy, and that was on like one of the first pages.
Yeah, he might have hung out with the Rolling Stones once in the 60s.
But the same guy that told us this also gave us all this treasure in a way.
Anyway, so are you going to divvy it out in secret in the edge of town as the sun sets?
Yeah.
Yes, and then we'll take it to the bank, which is a place where people trust with their money, like regular people.
Some people trust banks.
Yes.
We'll deal with that encounter next time, as the crystal ball darkens, and we'll reconvene next week with more Barrowmaze.
Awesome.
All right.
Excellent.
Thanks
Next
for
time
being
on
on
Total Party Kilroy.
In
Total
Yeah.
Party Chill Roll.
also once again, I have a Patreon at Total Party Kilroy. Please give me all your money. And also, I have a Twitter, Kilroy Party. I need to become a Pico celebrity. Please.
Be sure if you send Kilroy Patreon money that you insist that he give Demon Sultan loads of gear. Totally deserved gear. Just everything.
Look, if you want pay to play, I'll give me a $5 and we'll talk. Anyway, so any final parting words before I end the broadcast?
Great session.
I hope to
Listen.
see you next Sunday, everybody.
Alrighty, I'm gonna
Yeah.
Also,
close out the